What's up, man? Back from the goddamn the trenches. Boy, I've been sick. Salute to everybody, you know what I'm saying, was concerned about my health and me trying to get well. Appreciate that, man. But you know, they put real man going survive the best and shit. So I'm back. They put real man. We're gonna talk about some history, man. I'm looking for everybody to tap in, Jay Roller. Going up in here, man. You know the link in the chat. We're gonna finish this conversation from earlier and talk history. It's gonna be respect and it's gonna be our bias. I'm gonna be attacking nobody. We'll talk about it straight up. But in the meantime, y'all subscribe, y'all share, y'all like the video, hit the thumbs up, man, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live. And just like that, man. Just like that. All talk information, talk about the real topic, real innovation level, we'll do some comedy, we'll talk about street shit, all of that over here. We'll talk about the real yeah, man, from Jay Roman. He asked me to go live to take on a conversation that we was having earlier this morning, just talking, just discussing different things about religion, the origins of numerology, supreme mathematics, uh, dreams, talking about dreams, and then you know, man, the significance of religion, the origins of it, what the narrative was, why it was created, different scenarios like that. Man, what's up, Westside, man? You know what I'm saying? I shook back, boy. I had to. I'm over here, got to get full of this vitamin C shit, man. Get it all the way up. But in the meantime, like I was just expounding on that, me and Jay Rowland, we were just, we were just going down through the early. It just what me and Jay Rowland. Hopefully, we had this guy. He was tapped in, called Watch Out. So maybe he didn't transition over and he subscribed or whatever, and he want to get into the conversation. He said his Wi-Fi was shaky, so he couldn't, what I'm saying, get in the conversation and really get in depth about what he was trying to expound on that level and all of that vibe. And what's happening, man? You know what I'm saying? El Cinco Stacco, what's good, man? Shit. Oh man, it was ugly, y'all. Man, it was ugly. Don't catch COVID. Don't catch COVID if you can help it. Man, that shit took me down, boy. When I tell you that shit took me down, that shit took me down. You see, I grew a whole beard and shit. Took me all the way out the game. Man, I'm feeling A1 today, man. I'm at 95%. So not 100, but I'm at 95 and I'm ready to goddamn get back out in traffic, man. Get this money and see what's happening. Salute Grape Street. Mike Harvey, man, what it was, man. Just out here chilling. Y'all hold on one second. Hello. Mm-hmm. Bye. Bye. OG Sean, what's up, man? Yeah, man, I'm feeling good, man. Trying to get this conversation turned up, man. But we was talking earlier, just talking on the origins of history, just different events that took place, during times that we trying to figure out the timeline, how they coincided and all of this here. Because, people, man, get the stories distorted in like Jay Rowland said, man, the victors are the one that get to tell the story. They create the narrative because they're the victors, so they in control of everything. So, man, yeah, we was having a real good conversation. So again, Jay Rowland had asked me to tap in on a live. He wanted me to go live right after, but I had to eat, man. I had to get, what I'm saying, I had to get myself together. I couldn't do nothing right then. But here we go. We on deck. I'm on deck for it. I got somebody gonna tap in and get a explanation and a few other things. And I got to reach out to a guy that had y'all a good interview before I went down with a dude. I got to reach out to him. He from LA. He from Inglewood family. So I want to tap in with him and get his, pick his brain, get his insight, how he grew up, what is his perspective on the LA gang culture, how is he living his life today, and where is he going in his future. So I got to catch back up with him, man. I had called him and told him I had caught COVID, so I couldn't do nothing, so I had to miss that good interview. But yeah, man. Shit, he say, you got this cold. What does it feel like? It's cold. Heck yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sick, bro. I'm telling you. Don't be sick. And he said, try to sleep with your clothes on, sweating it out. Man, for real, that's what I did. Yeah, sleep with all my clothes on like I was in the penitentiary or something in the holding tank. Nigga, goddamn me, all I need was a toilet paper roll to lay on. Shit, I'd have been out of there. Hell yeah, man. So y'all tap in, man. I got the link up in the chat. I'm gonna put that sucker back up in there. I'm gonna put it in here another way. Bam. I got the link, man. Anybody can get in touch with Jay Rowland. Tell him to tap in. Man, that's what I'm waiting on. This is what the live is all about, man. We're gonna let's talk this history. But man, I'm gonna go on and crank the conversation up. So what we was actually talking about, it evolved from a conversation that I was on Pico the guy live, and we tapped in. We was talking about the virtual reality, the things that's going on in the meta world, and and he's saying that he was just talking about you can reach, you probably can buy females, and then I told him, man, you better get on there and buy some virtual real estate, because we might make some money in this virtual reality stuff, man. We might need to try to express ourselves in different ways, try to, venture out into different avenues instead of always trying to stay in our comfort zone and just work from that narrative right there or that perspective, because there's other things out there for us to, to partake in that, that can elevate our situation and then elevate, where you can get somebody else and bring them in the fold, teach them the game, and let them, go on their own and have their own lane about how they want to direct the narrative for themselves, or how to get some finances, or just whatever, right? You just put it together, So let me tap in right here. We got somebody coming in. Ooh. What's up, Lee?
What's up, Pumpkin?
Oh, nothing much. Just going back to this earlier conversation. I was waiting on my other guy, Jay, Jay Rowland, to tap in, and I don't think he got the notification yet. But yeah, I was just explaining about the conversation about, we was talking about the virtual reality of things in the meta world, and we was also talking about how dreams manifest reality, and is reality manifest in a dream. Is this really like the Matrix they say it is? It's all a computer program, and what we believe to be true isn't really true. It's just something we that's just made up, and we think this is our true reality when it's not. Because I got this to say. Let's look at it like this, right? Like, how do we actually know, like, far as the Matrix? Just me speaking on the Matrix, and I'm not no historian or a scientist or nothing like that. It's just my concept of my using my common sense. So my thing is, when they made the Matrix and they came up with that whole scenario and the whole, you just the player of the Matrix, where did they get that from? Like, the guy that wrote the Matrix, they produced the movie, they set everything in play and in motion. Where did he or she, whoever wrote this, or a group of people, where did they get this information from to come together and formulate this movie? Right? Anybody? I want people to think
even
about
in
that.
literature, you look back on different literature, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so even in literature, looking back, like books like 1984, they talked about Big Brother, and that book was written in the 60s or in the 50s, actually, and it talked about people, governments having control and mind control and things like that. A lot of stuff that we're seeing now with all of the with the internet and with Facebook and having the ability, nobody can have the expectation of privacy anymore in this day and age. And so to see that come into fruition now, all these many years later, it does make you wonder how that even gets downloaded into people's ability to create.
Hello?
So on that live you did, and that was very interesting.
Right. So my take on it is, it's like we see all this stuff, and it's okay. So I was talking on the phone earlier, and I was just talking about what I was saying. And I was like, look, check this out. How did they come up with just the guys that made the Wright brothers? We're gonna go use the Wright. I was talking about the Wright brothers. How did they come up with the fact that, you know what,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna go out here? They farm boys, and they just came with the idea, I'm gonna make an airplane.
Yeah, I'm
Who
gonna
taught
figure
them that?
out
But
aerodynamics
but
that
listen
takes
to this here.
people 12
But now
years of
listen to
schooling to
this.
figure out.
Who taught them that? These are farm boys, and I think they was in North Carolina or some shit like that, wherever the fuck they from. So they farmers. They're in the country, and they came up with an idea
Right.
to say, you know what? We're gonna make an airplane, and we're gonna get up here, and we're gonna make it fly in the sky, and we're gonna figure out how fast it gotta go. We're gonna understand we're gonna have the over understanding, not an understanding, an over understanding of gravity, quantum physics, and all of this. And I'm a farmer. Like, who enlightened you to come up with this
Mhm.
design to say, I want to fly in the air like a bird? I'm gonna make a plane. Because my thing is, if we use only 10% of our
Right.
brain, right, in our lifespan, then okay, all the
Mhm.
people, oh, there go my boy right there. So
What's up?
all right, so all the people that come up with all these great inventions and all these great ideas, like at what percentage are they using their brain, and where are they getting these great ideas? Like, just like with electricity, why did that person come up with the idea and say, you know what, we need some electricity around here? Where did you see electricity in order for you to figure out this is what we need to be doing with electricity, and this is why we need it? Like, just think about that. Like, where are you people picking this up from? So that goes back. Why
Mhm.
I'm saying all this is go back to what me and Jay Rowland was talking about earlier, about the concept of, we was going back, we was having a conversation about the angels and God, and how man came about an intellect. So we talk about, where do
Mhm.
we get all the intellect from? Where do we get all of this from? Right?
Mhm.
So yeah. So anybody want to
I mean,
expound on that?
there's a lot of people sit there and they think about. Well, I've heard people say that um, aliens had come and shared that knowledge, much of that knowledge, and I hear it, but I have a lot. I know I have a lot of faith in human ability and like I think of the Wright brothers seeing a bird flying, an eagle flying, and they're wondering how that bird can stay suspended in air for long periods of time, even without flapping its wings. And they figured there has to be some sort of, so they're figuring out aerodynamics using their brains above the ability that maybe the normal human being, because they're pushing themselves towards that direction, or even electricity. You see lightning strike, and you're starting to question yourself, well, how does it that happens, and then there's a charge or static electricity happens? It's an inquisitive mind that pushes people to try things and to fail and to succeed. But yeah, I definitely understand, even in the early days, of the beginnings of man, how did somebody figure out a wheel? How did somebody figure out rubbing two rocks makes a spark? So yeah, I definitely see that. But me myself, I have a lot of faith in the ability of man's to be able to have a thought and to see and to put together things to make things happen. And failure is our best stepping stone to success. You know.
Still though, okay, so let's go back though. So they watching a bird fly. Now you're trying to figure
Right.
out, you've never studied quantum physics. You never have a full understanding of how does gravity actually work. How do you know how much
Right.
wind, how much power the motor's gonna take, what type of speed it needs to reach, and you know what I'm saying, to even take off into, you know what I'm saying, to get up at a certain altitude. So how did they figure all of that out? By just being farmers. Like, I mean, I use my brain. I'm pretty creative. I think I'm pretty intelligent. I don't think I'm the most intelligent person in the world, but for my group of peers, I feel like I'm intelligent. For the people that I interact with, you know what I'm saying, and people that's outside my circle. So my thing is, if I can't even figure out how to make a pencil sharpener, I'm just saying, just But if I can't figure out how to make a pencil sharpener better, how the hell I'm gonna come up with a concept to make something fly? And I've never experienced this before, so I can only I can only create in the realm of my knowledge. So I don't understand how somebody doesn't have no knowledge of any of this create these type of things without somebody enlightening them about it. So who enlightened? Where did they get it from? Because that's a hard sell to say I seen a bird do it and then I figured it out. That's a hard
No,
sell.
Well, you're
well,
an artist. How did you know that you were an artist?
Because God gave it to me. I didn't wake up and say, you know what, I think I could draw. I seen something and it just pushed me to say, you know what, I like that. I'm gonna do this, and I just started doing it. And it brought me pleasure, it brought me happiness just to do some stuff in color because it was just me seeing I can make something as a kid. So it fascinated me and it brought me happiness and it was tranquil to me. So over time, I knew that I would tinker with the TV, tear the TV apart. My mom whooped the hell out of me, but I put it back together the next day. How I did it, I don't know, but I just figured it out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how the parts work. I just remember like a puzzle where I got them from, and I put them back in the same place. No more than that. So the curiosity of being creative, of being an artist, it's just you influenced by art. You see other people doing what you kind of already like to do. So you pick that up. See, that's where I learned the creativity from. I got it from other artists. So that's, you know what I'm saying? And then the talent just came about just because it's just a gift, you know, and I just had to hone into that. I never went to a school. Up until this day, I never actually studied art. I look at art. I love art. I like Van Gogh, all that stuff. But I've never actually went to a school. I actually never studied proper art techniques and the ways you should formulate and shade and create and dimensions. I never went to school for none of that. It just automatically just works for me. So I mean, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So where do I get it from? The
so where do you think that everybody got their ideas from?
like I said, like like some of the ideas are influenced by something they already done seen, right? So it's kind of so my thing. This is my thing. This is how I'm gonna say it like this, so we don't get too far complex with it. If I don't know how to make a soda, right, Dr. Pepper, so I can see you make Dr. Pepper, and I can figure it out from there because I watched the ingredients that went with it. But if you came to me and say this Dr. Pepper, and I got it, and I sit at home day in and day out, and I try to figure out what was in it and tasting it, and then I'm kind of trying to guess it. How did you make the color? I'll never get that formula.
Manny Tucker said, anyone ever try to dig a hole to China, I really believe I could reach other side of the globe. This dude. Well, just like, some people believe the earth is flat. And
Oh, that's a good one.
oh, come on, brother. Come on.
That's a
Come
good
on.
one. Okay, look, this is what I'm gonna say.
Man,
Hey, watch this. I don't know if the world flat.
brother.
I've been in a plane and I ain't never been all the way around the globe, so I don't know what the globe look like from
Okay, brother.
up high.
It's 2022. Now, all these conspiracy people who say that the world is flat, do you think for 1 minute they won't put their money where their mouth is and goddamn take a boat or whatever to go find out if the world is flat? And
Yeah,
I could prove to you that the world is not flat, because if you're sitting at a dock and you see the boat going towards the sun, you always see the boat going down, never going straight and disappearing. So that's how you know the earth is curved, by just looking at a boat take off going towards the sea. It always goes up, up, then it goes down. That is the gravitation, not gravitation, but that's how you know the earth is a curve, because it sinks. It never It never goes far. The boat never goes straight until it disappears. That's one way you know if the world is round,
So
and then
watch
you know
this
some.
here. So I got a question. I don't know, but I'm just curious because I'm
Yeah,
curious.
yeah.
I'm curious. So why do they say in the Arctic, right? In the far reaches of the Arctic, you have the Arctic shelf, the ice shelf.
Hmm.
Why are we not allowed to see what's in the Arctic? Just think about the farthest reaches of the world, right? In certain parts of the world, we're not allowed to see. So what's out there that they keeping from us? The only people that's going out there are scientists. So what's on that ice shelf that they refuse to let us see?
Well, I mean, there's nothing there. I mean, the scientists who, a matter of fact, I watched a video like 3 months ago of scientists going there and dropping nets to see what kind of creatures, and it was all filmed. There was nothing hidden. And Russia has is putting a military base over there too. So, I mean, it's not really no conspiracy, you know. See, this is what it is. Like some people, they drop the conspiracy and the people believe it, but they won't go do their own research to find out if it's true or not. They just take, you know, whatever someone says as face value and be like, yep, it's possible. Yeah, it's true. So I don't know. You
Okay,
just got to
so
do your own research.
so this me. I'm gonna say this. I read it and stuff. So you got to look at earlier times, right? So we're gonna say the world is round because you know what I'm saying. I can't prove it. You know what I'm saying. But we're gonna go by history. So the history was that hey, the world is round. That's But before that, they said the Earth was flat. They said, hey
Yeah,
man, it's flat. So look, so when they made all the early maps, the maps was flat, but they still had the same continents and the same thing going on with it, right? So if you was to sail around the world, right, just go around the world. We would say, what route would you take? We'll have to cross the equator, of course, and then come around and go around the continent and then come back up, right? Why come I can't sail, right? Because I don't know if this is possible. I'm just asking. Because I don't think you can do it. I ain't heard it. I've never known them to take a route from California and go straight out into the Pacific and loop all the way around and end up over there on the other side by Japan.
well, the reason why they do that is because when those big ships do that, you know, they worry about cost and you know, so they take the easiest route, you know, to get to where they need to go, you know. But I mean, brother, I mean, well, some people may say the satellites we have in space are conspiracy. How did they put pictures up and blah 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 blah?
But
But
we
you
know
could
that
look.
part how they did that.
Oh, brother, come on.
No, I'm just saying. You talking about the satellites? We got satellites up there, right?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. But what I'm saying is, like, some people may say those images are false
No,
and
that's real time shit.
yeah. Well, like you got to think there's some renegade scientists, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Elon Musk, I'll call him like a renegade, you know, mad scientist. I believe if the Earth was flat, he would say it. You know what I mean? Because he has nothing to to win our game from. I mean, to lose or gain by saying it's round. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's kind of controversial in the things he says sometimes, but you know, I mean, I I don't know. I mean, people who believe the the Earth is flat. I mean, they're really behind. You know,
What if we
like
okay? But, hey, let me ask you this though. What if we find out it actually, like they say it is, it's flat, and we live in a dome right over us, which is supposed to be the atmosphere, and we
yeah,
can't get we in this dome and this flat surface in space, in you know what I'm saying, in infinite
right.
time or whatever. So if it is flat, right? What would be the difference from it being flat to being round? Everything's still evolving the same way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's
yeah,
like,
that would be,
what would
yeah,
be the okay, so it's flat, so they're gonna say, well, you can't fall out. Well, gravity keeping you from falling off because you got a barrier. Because watch this. I'm gonna say this. Watch this. You know why I can't say the world all the way, it's round, or I can't say it's flat, because guess what? I'm still trying to figure out, right? Is this when the Atlantic and the Pacific, these people, these are the things that connect the Atlantic and the Pacific. When the Mississippi River and the Arkansas River connect, do you know they don't merge together?
No, I didn't know.
Hey, this is in the Quran. It'll tell you that Allah put everything set forth with barriers. So when the Atlantic and the ocean they come together like this, they don't even intertwine. It's like it's an invisible barrier. Boom, and it's just right there. You feel me? So you got this invisible barrier holding this body of water and this body of water, and they don't never mix together. So if we had this going on right here in the ocean, who's to say that any of this other stuff is not what we think, what we've been told, a theory, conspiracy theory type thing going on, but yet it might be totally different. They lying to us and want us to believe it's conspiracy, but it really is not. It's really actual fact. But see, if we put the truth in your face and say it's something else, then you know what I'm saying? You won't be able to figure it out. You won't know the distinction between the real and the fake. Because I know one thing, that's a dead ass fact. You can Google that. You look at the Mississippi River and the Arkansas River, when they come together in Arkansas, they bang off of each other. You're gonna see the water's dirty on this side and it's clear on this side. And it's just like it's a line, a barrier. It's a barrier going through it. And it's like an invisible barrier where the water won't never mix. Even the fish in the ocean, in the rivers, they know when they get right there, busting you can't cross it. So,
well, tell me this, Pumpkin.
Hey,
my question is, if the world was flat, why do we have ocean currents?
Because of the gravitational pull of all the things that's going on inside the. Okay, just say like this.
And the cycle of moisture with the water going up into the cloud and the rain coming down.
Yeah. When you got
water, that creates rain. But what I'm saying is, we wouldn't have the strange currents, the ocean currents we have now, because something has to keep going to make a current, right? Or I mean, that's probably like a
lot of it's like a magnetic. It's like you said, gravitational pull or a magnetic field. Because I know here I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but here in Sedona, Arizona, I don't know if you're familiar with Sedona, Arizona, but it's a beautiful place. It's an absolutely gorgeous place to go. But it's like the mountains are like this copper color. Like, I mean, it's just a beautiful color, right? It's really pretty. But they have this place that's called Slide Rock, but they say that's like the base of, and literally you can feel like your equilibrium is off. Because I remember when we went and you know, somebody was telling me about, you know, that's like there's a big magnetic pull there. Like, you know, you can feel it in your body. You can actually feel it in your body. And I was just like, oh, you know, I didn't blow it off, but we went to this place called Slide Rock. And when I went up on the, you know, on the high top, because they were going to jump off the cliff, or where I was going to jump off, and I couldn't, because I literally couldn't get my balance. Like, I felt discombobulated. And I was like, oh shit, they're right. You know what I mean? Like, you could actually feel that magnetic pull. And they said that's like the core of, you know, like a point, you know what I mean? Like point A to point B or whatever. That's not the right articulation for what I'm trying to say. But Sedona, Arizona is like, that's the biggest the gravitational pull. You can feel like the magnetic, you can feel it in your body, and you feel like you don't have your balance. And I was like, I gotta go sit down. I couldn't even stand up because I felt so like dizzy. So like, I don't know where I was going with that, but I was just saying that, you know what I mean? There's just, we're all energy. We're all connected with things. Everything is connected with, you know, everything that lives and breathes, whether it's a plant, an animal, an insect, we're all connected because we're alive. You know, our brains are like supercomputers, you know, like that, you know, would probably outsmart us if we utilized all of our, you know, everything that our brain is capable of doing. But we only know what we know until we see different or try different. And that's where the, you know, the trial and error and, you know, doing experiments, because people get curious. Right. You know, you get curious, and somebody's just got to be, somebody's got to be curious enough to, you know what I mean, to break the mold or to, you know, try something different. And then you do have those, you know, those smarty engineers and all these, like you said, the quantum physics people and figure all that stuff. And I'll never figure it out. I couldn't even figure out algebra. Once they put a letter with a number, I was done. I know geometry, but
hold on. See this video right here? They asked me about this video. Hey, who just asked me that? Somebody just asked me that. Oh, I think it was Demetrius. Hey, this video. Hold up, I'm gonna shoot this video. I'm gonna speed this video up.
Is that the water you were talking about?
No, I'm gonna speed this video up. I want people to see this. Hold on. They tripping.
I'm sorry, I came in all jibber jabbering. I didn't even know exactly what you guys are talking
about. Hold up. Trying to show this video where these rivers come together. And you can see the difference. All right. Oh, shit. Hey, y'all see that right there? That's why I stopped this video right here. Look, that's the Ohio River and that's the Mississippi. Look at the difference in that water. Mm-hmm. That water is not mixing, right? Why it don't just blend together? It's an invisible barrier there. So the fish that's on this side of the river, they're not going to go on that side of the river. The fish on that side are not going to go on this side. So that's what I'm saying. So when we talk about, now I'm not, like I say, this is just me just talking. I'm not no scientist. I don't know quantum physics, none of this shit. But all I'm just
But that's how things get started. You know what I mean? That's how the idea starts.
Conspiracy theory. But check this out. So when you by looking at this, video, we'll be able to see that they broke a split. So it's
I'm gonna burn you, the motherfuckers.
Even in the dark power.
So when we talk about different things, you know what I'm saying, that's flat or whatever in the universe, we had to ask the question: how does this occur? How did this get created? Why is it like that? So if we know there's a barrier,
you have to ask the questions. Yeah.
Listen, what's this? So when you have a barrier right here in water, why can't we have a barrier over the whole thing? If this is a barrier right here, why we can't have a barrier and say the earth is flat and we had this dome over us, which is an invisible barrier? Because remember, when a rocket goes into space, they have to break through the atmosphere. Barrier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, that's right, Manny Tucker, right there. And
the ozone layer, what they call it, the ozone layer.
Yeah. So I just put that up there to show, like, you know what I'm saying? That man, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? We have.
So you believe the earth is flat?
No, I don't believe nothing. I don't know it's flat. I can see it for myself. I'm just saying, what I'm trying to say is, if we have an invisible barrier in the water that separates water from merging together, who's to say that we don't have the earth is not flat and we have a barrier over us as like a dome?
Like on Total Recall?
You can say that, but see, that's what I'm saying. When you see movies like that, where do they get those ideas from? Where do they?
Imagination.
Huh?
Imagination.
But your imagination ain't that deep. Because look, watch this. In a James Bond movie, when I seen Sean Connery had an iPhone watch back then.
Just like
you know what I'm saying? He was on this iPhone watch.
The high tech,
back then in the 60s. So look, if this a fact, everybody
and just growth.
Everybody know going to the moon was fake. They didn't actually go to the moon. It was recorded.
Oh, brother, come on.
Hey man, you better go look it up. Better go look it up.
Brother. Oh God.
Go look it up.
You better go take apart a TV neighborhood.
Hey,
You better go
listen,
take that
watch
TV
this.
apart, put it
Okay,
back
watch
together.
this. If the United
Just play
States,
it.
if the United States, Russia, anybody went to the moon in the 60s, why nobody ain't been back?
Because it's already been conquered. What are you going to prove by going back?
Forget being conquered. That means every time so why do we constantly go over here and conquer other countries then?
But see,
But
you talking about politics there.
Okay, so I'm asking a question. So what was conquered on the moon other than sticking a flag up there?
Okay, because at the time we was in
the transportation. The transportation to get through through the atmosphere and to break,
what was on the moon?
To get, I don't know. I've never been there. I couldn't tell you.
See, we was in a race to the moon back in the 60s, right?
Okay.
So Russia.
To see who was going to get there. Yeah.
Okay, so Russia was our enemy, right? So Russia wouldn't dare go behind us because that make them look second best to America. See, they had to put that persona on that, we're second best to nobody and blah, 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 blah.
But then I'm going to be devil's advocate, because then that would make sense what he's saying, that maybe they did just record it to make the Russians think that we went to the moon, and because they don't want them to think that we're lesser intelligent. I'm just being devil's advocate because that makes sense at that.
It makes this.
Well,
look at it that way.
I'll tell you this: if they did that in Hollywood or whatever, they fooled Russia. I mean, that's even more. Excuse me.
Okay, watch this. Let's think about this.
That was the point.
We said the space shuttle that went out into orbit, right? How many times over the years that you've been living on the Earth? I know they went into orbit about at least 6 times since I've been living. Since since the moon, since they visit the moon. So you mean to tell me you finna fly out into orbit, out into space, stay out there for months, a couple of months, a month, weeks, and blow by the moon? And not go by and just say, look, we're just gonna swing by the moon right quick and just replant another flag. We're gonna go
have
see
a picnic.
What type of shit did transform on the moon since the last time we didn't win. Let's get some of this new moon rock. Let's see what's happening up here. Let's just go. But no, they talking about they going way to Saturn. They want to go way to Saturn, right? To see if it's life form over there. But then
put that little guy on Mars.
They still didn't land on Saturn. You still ain't walked on Saturn, but you walked on the moon. So the moon is closer than Saturn. So why am I going way over here when I can revisit the moon, when I know the Russians ain't went up there no more, China ain't went up there no more, and why I can just take the whole planet for myself and set up
to continue the narrative of what they want you to believe. I get it. I get what you're trying to say.
Well, I think why they don't go to Jupiter and other planets is because could a human really survive on it? You know what I mean? Like if they could land there and probably walk like they did on the moon, is different. Maybe the temperature's too hot, or there's waves, or radiation's maybe too strong. I don't know. I'm not a NASA scientist to figure it out, but I'm pretty sure what happened was when America went to the moon, they collected a bunch of samples. So when they brought them back, they probably sold some to, UK and India and whatever for millions and millions and millions of dollars. So without them having to spend billions of dollars to go to the moon, they could just buy this rock for cheaper and analyze it and test it and see if stuff could grow on it or whatever. You know what I mean?
But with the political, with the whole politics of the whole thing of like how you said, like the narrative of America wants the other countries to think that we're smarter and we're quicker and and we're on top of our game. They're not gonna. I'm sure that they don't just share information like that, because if we do that, then that's gonna show our weaknesses as a country. Is what the narrative would be. But I understand what you're saying, that they're gonna feed you information and you're not gonna know, because if you're raised up around something, or if you're raised up knowing something, and this is the way it's supposed to be, how are you supposed to know it's any different? Because that's the way it's been for generations. And it's kind of things have been happening, and like the book burnings, they've all those book burnings back in the day with the war in Vietnam and all that stuff. All that stuff was because they were burning literature that basically explains who we are as people, where our ancestors come from, because they want to feed us whatever narrative they want to feed us, whatever books,
What, in
and all
Vietnam?
those book burnings were because, well, yeah, there was book burnings and stuff, and there's, if
So
you,
they was
I have a
burning,
clip, I'll send it to you, but
but look,
it
they was burning
actually,
those books for communists. But see, you want to talk about the books being burned with the knowledge in it? We had to go all the way back to Egypt, to Alexandria, when the British
oh
invaded.
yeah,
They went way over there, and they fucked up the library over there and took all the literature. Plus, they kept all
yeah,
some of the books because they knew it
they
had
annihilated a
information
lot of the
that they can
tribals.
involve their civilization and do involve their culture. So they took that,
Yeah.
and then they tell us that these people over here are savages and this is bullshit, and then we're gonna destroy all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff and make it look like
Yeah.
they fucked up, but we the one got the information. They took what they
Right.
needed, and everything else that showed the way, they destroyed it. And
Yeah.
so being arrogant, again, like I've said this before, being arrogant to slap you in your face. So people being arrogant, they took that shit and not really realizing you needed every one of those books. You needed every one of them scrolls because you needed to
Mm-hmm.
find out, how did this pyramid get made and why was it made? Who made those
Yeah.
pyramids? Let's go back. So we talking about walking the moon and
Because we're
all this.
constantly seeking
We talking about
a reason for
800
living.
ton block. We talking about an 800 ton block in each one of them blocks is 800 tons. And they didn't have no modern technology to build that pyramid, and it's built like a diamond, top to bottom. So how did they build that with no modern technology? So yeah, we can have an idea, but still, man, it still take more than just
You're
an
never
idea
gonna know. Yeah.
to create these things, to move these type of objects without having the proper information and the intelligence. So that all goes back to the numerology we was talking about earlier, Jay Rowland, about numerology, understanding the concepts and all of that. It's a lot of
And where
stuff
our place is
that's
on in the
into
world, on the earth.
but look, it's a lot of stuff deep in the stuff that we don't try to investigate, and we blow it off and say it's a
Yeah.
conspiracy or it can't be this, because we don't want to go further into it and think about it. Man, I can't go out here in
Becoming
my garage
complacent.
and lift my truck up with just the items I got in my garage. And I'm not talking about a car jack. Take the car jacks and all that and just go in there and try to figure out, like MacGyver, and get this truck up off the ground with whatever I got in there, utilize that. So my intellect or my imagination ain't gonna be that goddamn intelligent to figure out I can take this hammer, this 2x4, this, you know what I'm saying? I got an old spare tire and I got some rope right here, and I can do,
Make
man,
a
hell no. It just ain't gonna happen. It all comes from a form of some higher intelligence giving us those tidbits to to help that person get over that hump. So we had to either see it somewhere, read it somewhere, or somebody just gave it to us.
there's a higher power, whatever
Yeah.
kind it is. There is a higher power. It's whatever, whatever you want to believe in. But yeah, we're all looking for something for our meaning of life and all this and that. And we can go all day, but we're never really gonna know
Yeah, we're gonna
exactly
know if we
how it all
talking about.
happened. But we have to stop being complacent, I think, in my opinion, as where we are at right now as human beings. We have to stop being complacent and being comfortable in our comfort zone, and be willing to take you know what I mean? To try this or try that, and stop being like, oh, well, I'm good, because I think a lot of it, we've become like lazy. And so we're not utilizing what we can utilize, our intelligence. And so we're not going to evolve. We're going to regress if
Mhm.
we continue down, this way, generation of generation. We're not going to get smarter. We're going to get dumber. You know what I
Not
mean? If
really.
we
But
continue
hey,
to,
check this out. Hold on. Hey, you see that right there, Jay Roller?
Yeah, I see it.
When we was talking about that earlier, what you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
What you think on that?
Well, yeah, it could be true. I mean, shit, the Vatican don't really let no researchers or historians go in there and look at them. They only give you a little bit of what they want you to look at, but I'm pretty sure there's more, you know, they they don't want you to see, you know what I mean? And speaking on infamous when she said that I think this generation, the inventions we got now is gonna make us go backwards instead of forwards, you know what I mean? So I think we're gonna be our own demise And I said that to say this because, if you look at the history of communications, like how people used to talk, right? We started off talking in words, and then we started writing, and then from writing, it went from the old telephones where the wires were on the on the line by the train station, and then from there we went to calling people. Literally, I mean, no, I'm sorry. We'll go back. What's that thing where they tap it? They used to,
Morse code.
yeah, they used to tap the messages like that, and then we went from telephones, and then from telephones we went to pagers, and then from pagers now we got cell phones, and so now we got internet. Now we got texting. Now everything's made so easy. I mean, you don't even you can get on your phone and talk to your doctor and get your medicine mailed to your house. I mean, no
Telegraph.
one,
You're right.
yeah, no one. No, there you go, telegraph. That's right. Now no one really cooks. They just throw something in the microwave, and now I
And just
mean,
trust that. And
yeah,
it's all
now
bad.
you can get online and order your food at the grocery store and have it delivered to you. So I don't know if it's good for society, for civilization. How lazy we're getting. It's like we don't even want to talk no more. You could be in the same room and just text a person what you want to say instead of opening
Yeah.
your mouth.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think we
back
need to be
then,
more aware of just being able to challenge. If somebody gives you information, information is just information unless you do your own research and you know what I mean? You don't just take one person's word for it, or oh, because you know how everybody says, well, who said that? Who told you that? And they're like, oh, he said it, she said it, you know? And so information is just information until you actually do. So I think we all have to kind of remind ourselves to stretch that intelligence and make our mind be curious and challenge, maybe what somebody might be telling us, so we can come up with our own conclusions. Because if we don't do that, we're being lazy. We're not doing our own research to come up with a logical conclusion to whatever that person might have told me. They better give you a little bit of the right information, but they might have not told you, you know what I mean, everything. And I think we just become, oh well, he or she said it. So
yeah,
like you said,
we need to
we're
investigate.
regressing. Yeah, we have to be
Yeah,
willing to challenge information that we're given versus just saying, oh, okay,
everything.
you
Yeah,
know?
to the smallest thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I always, if I hear someone's point of view, and if I don't know nothing about it, I won't speak on it. But then I go back and do my research and see what's going on. But a lot of people
Right.
won't even do that. They just listen to like the news. Like I trip out. Like ABC has the world news, right? How do you get
Yeah.
the world news in 30 minutes? I
Yeah.
mean, if you just look at that,
It's all that technology and whatever. But
yeah. But
I here in Arizona they have the news, right? And I could give you like a for instance, they have, sometimes they have here in Arizona it's hot, right? So the people leave their kids in the cars and kids are dying, and because of the heat, they die of the heat because parents are just stupid, or people are stupid, or maybe they forget their kid. I don't know how they forget their kid in the car, but there's a big thing with kids and animals being left in hot cars, right? So I remember I
hmm
was watching just the regular local news, and if I don't watch it, I just listen with my ears, because if you're visually watching it, it's like you're more, it's stimulating two senses versus just one. So I won't watch the actual TV, but I'll listen to it. So I remember I kept hearing, it was like early morning, and the news lady was talking about, it was the middle of summer, and she was talking about something, how they introduce, well, we have this expert here with us because they're talking about kids being left in hot cars. What can we do to help maybe reduce, these fatalities of these kids and animals and all this stuff, these tragedies that shouldn't be happening, right?
hmm
And so he says, we have this expert here of so and so, and you can hear her introducing him. And they're outside by in the parking lot, with the vehicle, and they're at the expert so and so. So can you give us some tips on, maybe what we can do to maybe help reduce the risk of, kids being left in hot cars, right? So I'm listening, and he's like, well, and so he starts telling, he goes, so what you should do, he goes, so say your kid's sick or something, and usually you go to work Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and this and this and that, and your child's sick, so you can't go to work, so it kind of breaks your routine. He's telling me, he's talking about it breaks your routine. So say you have to go pick up the medication because they had to take them to the urgent care, and you have to go get the medication at the, at the local store or whatever that's at the pharmacy. So when you get in the car, since it broke your routine, he says, put something in the back with your child that like your laptop or something, so when you get out of the car, put something that's as important to you. He says, put something in the bag that's important to you, so that when you get to go, you'll make, like this fatality won't happen, basically is what he said. I was like, what the hell did he just say? So he's saying, put your laptop in the back with your kid, so that when you get down to go get the prescription for your sick kid, you won't forget your kid in the car because your laptop's back there. And I'm just like, what the hell are they telling people? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and
that's
they said
sad.
he was an expert. And I'm like, that is the most idiotic and most stupid thing that I've ever heard. And
I guess,
if you're
yeah,
watching it with your eyes, people are like, and it was really something stupid that he said,
I
like,
guess
how
they're
are you going to
saying
put,
that.
go ahead.
Yeah, I guess they're saying a laptop is is equal to a human's life. Then, huh?
Well, he said, put something in the back that's important to you. Isn't your child supposed to
Yeah,
be the most
yeah.
important thing? Like,
That's what I'm saying. If you have a laptop worth seven hundred
yeah,
dollars, so a baby's life is a
right.
$700 baby. Now,
So
if
what
you
does that
put
tell us as people listening to this information that they're giving us? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, and I want to shout out to El Cinco. He had a good point. Let me read what he says. He says, well, some of these questions have answers, but where do the answers truly come from? That's a good point right there. And to Demetrius Shepard, he said, the whole idea is to rock us to sleep with convenience, the way the common citizen loses the will to create, which keeps the money and the ideas with the elite.
Yeah.
And Mr.
Because we
Biden
become
said,
complacent, just like you said. Yeah.
Mr. Biden said, Mount, I don't know how you say it, Caucasianus is the name. Well, that's why they call white people Caucasians. That's where they come from Russia, from the Caucasus Mountains and all that. But now back to what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, that's sad that you have to put a man-made object, well, in the
A
back that
material
you feel,
object, yeah, that's supposed to
yeah, that
be
you,
so you don't
yeah,
forget your child, so he doesn't die in the car of the heat. It's like,
exactly.
but the news is telling you that, it's feeding you this information. Like I said, I just listened to it because a lot of times you hear stupid, like they had those Jeep Cherokees. And I just started noticing when I wasn't watching it, I actually hear the information they're giving, and it really doesn't make any sense. It's really like, it's idiotic information, like the regular news. You really have to find those independent, like, people that, that report exactly what's going on, and not just what they want you to know, and
Yeah,
it
well,
doesn't necessarily have to be politics, but just information.
yeah. What I noticed now from when I was growing up, like when I was growing up, it was, if you want money to buy shoes, man up and go get, go cut some yards. You know what I mean?
Right, a work
Now-
ethic.
Yeah, now it's more
Yeah.
like ask your mom and
A
dad to
handout.
do it. Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's
Yep,
I
it's
guess
true.
how the world of this PC culture is like you can't ever tell no one how you feel without them, you
Everybody's
know.
so sensitive, and everybody's sensitive. What are
Yeah,
they sensitive about, and why are they so sensitive? Nobody even knows. It just turns. It's like it snowballs. Like certain things just snowball, and I think that's why, like, you have all these people that are motivational speakers, or just people that are trying to send a message, and you got to find a way to be able to send that message to where you're more received than repelled. And I learned that lesson personally because
man,
I was
I,
overwhelming people with the information I was trying to help with you know
I watched a video yesterday, man, and this guy got arrested because his daughter sent a text message to his stepdaughter, which was inappropriate. So he drove over there and confiscated her phone. Her mother called the law and got him arrested. And I was just tripping out, like,
for petty shit. Yeah, like for
yeah, like,
stupid stuff like that. And then they got chomos that are being only locked up for what, a year and a half for some violating
yeah,
and traumatizing somebody's life for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Like the government shouldn't intervene, like on how a parent disciplines their kid, unless the parent ain't burning them or beating them or starving them or something like that. Like
That's why you have
I
to
don't see.
make yourself aware of your rights, though, too, and what we're entitled to. A lot. That's because we've come complacent to what we think is supposed to be what we're supposed to follow, you know? There's a
Yeah,
lot of
and I
stuff that
don't.
we really don't have to follow, but we do because we accept currency, money, cash as monetary, you know, as something that makes us survive because we accept it as that. If we were
Yeah,
all just all of a sudden not to accept, you know, dollar bills and stuff as of value, it would be of no value. It would just be paper, you know?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just the
no
way
doubt.
things happen over generations, and we just got to make sure we challenge the information I think that we're given, you know, and to kind of try to deliver that message little by little in our existence because life is short, you know what I mean? We're not going to be here forever to be able to be the old wise man on the hill, but while we're here we got to make the best of it and do something about it to maybe help the next generation or our kids, and they can help their kids, you know, I
I
in
don't
a
know. I
better
mean,
manner. I don't know.
I'm kind of worried about this generation. I really am, man. I'm really,
I always
really
used to think,
concerned.
I always used to think, like, man, that's gonna suck. Like, I'm gonna be able to see my kids grow up, but will my kids be able to see their kids grow up? You know, there's gonna be a
What y'all,
time,
hold on, what y'all
probably,
talking about
you
right here?
know,
What y'all talking
what's
about?
Oh,
that?
we were just talking about the news and
The Earth being
kids
flat.
nowadays.
No.
I was telling her I seen a video yesterday where a father got arrested for confiscating his daughter's cell phone because she sent the inappropriate text to his stepdaughter, and the
Right.
laws arrested him. And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
tripped me
yeah.
out. It really tripped me out. Like, how can the government intervene? See, that's not what the government's for. They shouldn't intervene on private matters where there's no victim. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't hit her or hurt her or anything like that. He's just being a parent.
Right.
And I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like,
Because
That's
you
like
got
that's called a law
okay, so
society.
listen,
We've become.
they don't have it's no such thing as private matters. You're not an individual. See, this is what people gotta understand, man. This how this shit really be getting deep. And that's why I say we could go back and
Yeah.
talk about the conspiracy thing. We could talk about this, man, a lot of stuff that's going on. We been led into believe this what it is because we not no individuals. That's why you have a social security number. That's why it's a number on the back of your birth certificate. That's who
Everything's
you
in
are.
capital letters.
All we are a collateral.
man,
We're not no individuals.
Yeah.
We're collateral. So what you think somebody that's over us, we paying a debt, right? So if they over us and we not even considered, you know what I'm saying, an individual human being, we're considered collateral for a debt that they occurred and shit. So now anything that they give us, they feed us, we gotta go with it because guess what? They the ones creating all this shit. They the one got all the control of everything. You even said it yourself earlier. Hey man, the victors control the narrative. They the one tell the
yeah,
story. They the one dictate how it go. So we can sit and say the government can't tell us what, shouldn't be able to tell us what to do with our kids. Yeah, because they can tell us what to do because they own us. Until
yeah,
until we separate ourselves from that debt that they accrued way back and when the crash happened and all of that shit and all the money they borrowed from other countries and all of that. That's why China is so advanced in us because we owe China so much money and they had to come up with all the best everything. That's why they ahead of us. They more disciplined and we owe them. That's why
yeah.
we don't fuck with China. That's why we import that's why we import all their goods because of
Well,
that situation.
oh, Richard Nixon caused that right there. But let me speak on one thing. Remember, we was talking earlier about communications, how it evolved through the years. You know, now, like I said, we'll be at the restaurant in front of a girl having dinner and just text her everything or whatever. I seen this Amish person at a HEB. You know, I'm curious about everything, right? So I went up to her and I asked her, I said, excuse me, ma'am, I asked you a question. She said, yeah. I said, why don't y'all have TVs and phones and all that stuff? She says, because if we had TVs in every room of our house, we'll never have family time. Or kids would be in one room, the other one in the other room. So we would never bond as a family. Man, and that shit hit me like a ton of bricks, man. It made that little her answer was just like, wow, man, I never looked at it that like that. And it was deep. Those little just simple words, man. We think, a cell phone's supposed to keep us together. But to her, she was saying it separates us because we never get to talk to our parents if we get to call them and talk on the phone. You know, you never get to analyze your kid you know, if they want to go somewhere and they ask you, and you could kind of look at someone if you know they're being, you know, deceiving you or whatever, you know, because your face and your eyes, you know, give out certain things if you're lying or telling the truth or whatever. So, I mean, that little, you know, answer she gave was so astonishing to me, man. Like I never looked at it like that, you know.
Watch this here. How old are you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Guess how?
probably in your 20s.
Nah, I'm older than that, Chief.
In your 30s.
30s,
All right.
35, 35.
Okay, good. Why I'm asking, because that's why I'm finna show you something about that comment she made. That's how I grew up. See,
Yeah.
everybody after the generation, like when my sister, her generation, that's when they start coming into all that technology. That's when right there, that's where the line got drew and all that shit got separated. When we was kids, family time, everybody watched TV together. Everybody
Yeah.
ate together. Everybody did the same thing. So I just wasn't raised by my parents. I was raised by every parent in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Okay, when the kids could go down the street and you could be 5-6 blocks over riding your bike and doing all kind of shit. Because you know, before them street lights come on, you better have your ass at that house.
Take it on
Don't
in.
come
Take it
yell
on
out
in.
the door, open that screen door and yell out there. You could be 2 blocks over. Somebody gonna come around and tell you, hey man, your mama calling you. She wants you to come home. Boom, nigga, go home. Nigga,
Hey, let me say something to Miss Crystal. Yeah, there's certain Amish I want to say sets that have cell phones and modern technology. I don't know if they're I forgot the name of them, but there's some that don't have it. There's a group of them that are more modern who have vehicles and cell phones and TVs. But the lady I was speaking to, they they stood. How do you say they stand firm to
what
you know
state
none
you
that
seeing?
excuse Texas.
Oh, you seen it in Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, man, we the last of a dying generation because we the last ones that played outside.
Yeah, no
You know what
doubt,
I'm
man.
saying?
My mama
My
used to
generation
kick
the
us
last
out of the
ones that
house.
played
My
outside.
mom, yeah, yeah,
So, you know, it's like real talk, man, and it ain't no shade on any generation or any age because it's not their fault, it's not our fault. But then it's like when we talk about having communication and connection, you don't have dialogue like this. We can sit around the house and you can pick this type of conversation up around you with your mom. She's visiting her sister, your auntie, and maybe another auntie or uncle come over, y'all at your grandpa's house, and a lot of relatives over there, and they having these type of conversations for us, like the politics of back then and what was
yeah,
going on, and this, that, and the other, who's socially conscious, was civil rights really good for us versus this or that. You know, you could hear all of that. Everybody was more socially conscious about what's
yeah,
going on in the environment, in the community for us overall in the world, not in the world, but just in the community. Because the
yeah, no
community
doubt.
is our world. We know we don't run the government. We don't have that type of weight as being black. So we knowing that it's just certain things that we was allotted to just do or have those type of conversations about. You go to the barbershop, you can find out all the neighborhood shit at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? That's the depot for the conversation. The street corner, just being on the corner, you can find out everything go on in the neighborhood, everybody business, everything. Just stand on the corner where everybody gathered and drinking and bullshit. You're gonna get the info. We can get
Yeah,
talking
you're gonna get the rundown. Yeah,
you're gonna get some knowledge, you're gonna get some wisdom, you're gonna
yeah,
get some game, you're gonna get you some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear some hell of a stories, you're gonna hear some hell of a jokes, you're gonna get all this shit right here on the corner and at the barbershop. This,
exactly. No doubt.
this was our place where we convene and we interact, you know, where minds interact at. And people got sharp, people got different things, and we figured out what trades we wanted to pillar in as we was coming up as you know what I'm saying, as kids.
Yeah,
We wanted
yeah,
to go because we was around so many different type of characters and different type of ideologies. We had to pick of the little what we wanted to do. Nowadays, you don't
yeah,
get that. You know what I'm saying? They'll get a motherfucker like me, and I can tell you something. I could be talking about some real live ass shit on here about what a motherfucker actually can do if they was really hustling. Because guess what? I already did that hustle. I already tried, lost at it, tried it again, did it a different way, this and that. So I already know none of that shit really worked like that. But guess what? As I got older and got some more wisdom, I figured out something about that particular hustle. So this is what you actually can do with that hustle and do it this way and take this and just move. Man, now you had to go back. Now I'm going back into my Rolodex of what them old dudes was doing back then when they was hustling while they had longevity. We try to see nobody got longevity. Once crack came along, and all of that shit, the longevity and the hustle went down the drain.
You know what they speaking of a
understand what that crack was really finna do.
Yeah.
They had an idea, and they had an idea, but they didn't really know that shit was gonna do it like that.
Look, this is my thing. I was thinking about that, man. I said this shit probably like a month ago. I was thinking, like, who in the world thought about putting baking soda with cocaine to make crack? Like, out of all the shit you could have tried to harden it up with, what made you choose? Whoever did it, what made them choose baking soda?
Because like, watch this. They was going back. Gotta think. Heroin was the #1 drug first, right? So how was they cutting heroin back then?
With lactose. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could.
They was cutting it with baking soda too.
Oh, were they? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Some people I've never seen it, but I heard it. Right?
Yeah.
Then you got to think. This ain't hard. Watch this. When I was in prison, right? That shit. What you call that shit? Man, I forgot the name of that stuff. You can get it. It looked just like weed.
Oh, that fake synthetic shit.
No, you can get it in the kitchen. You can eat it. I forgot what you called it.
Oregano?
Yeah, oregano. You can get some oregano. Think about this. We in prison, motherfucker taking oregano and mixing it with weed. Just stretch it. So when you ask who thought about putting baking soda with the powder cocaine, anybody that had the idea, I want to stretch this shit and I need something that's gonna match it. Now,
yeah, but at the time crack came out, everybody, it was like a party. I mean, not crack. The time powder was out, it was a party drug. You go out and dance and sniff a little bit and keep on going. So my thing is, it had to be a chemist, man, because no one. I don't think at the time, I'm not gonna speak, for everything.
Say that.
But who would think to put baking soda with it and smoke it? You know what I mean? I think that was
Nazi chemists came here and taught us that the hide and seek refuge made crack. Now I don't know. I'm gonna say this. Motherfuckers was cooking. In order to come with powder cocaine, you had to cook the leaves into a paste, right? Whatever chemicals they did or whatever, somebody figured out to take that residue. Whoever went over, I'm gonna just say this: whoever fucking went over there and seen the process of how that shit was cooked, figured that shit out.
Okay, but can you say a guy from Harlem went over there to run through the dump? Oh no, I'm saying even powder, even coca leaves got to be boiled down to get the oil out of it. Do you think a guy from Harlem or whoever had enough wherewithal to be like, man, I'm gonna take a trip to Colombia and see how they process it? I think a scientist came up with it, man, because
this did a chemist.
Yeah, a chemist, because there's no like LSD. That's a chemist came up with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mind altering drug.
Yeah, so I mean, in my opinion, there's no way an average Joe who's sniffing is gonna be like, man, what do you think if we smoke it? Or why didn't they put baby powder in it or goddamn?
He's saying right there. He's saying that they was already freebasing, which is true. So if you was already freebasing it, I don't know, man. I just don't know. You had to see the whole process. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I know that when the shit hit and motherfuckers buying powder and whoever told who how to cook it, I knew that shit. All you had to do was put goddamn me on 28 grams. You had to put goddamn me three spoons, nice real table size spoons of motherfucking baking soda on that shit and bring that bitch back down. And it was gonna rock back up to like 24 grams. And you know what I'm saying, 0.2 or some shit like that. It never gonna come back 28. If you jump that shit 28, boy, you did some shit, some magic. because you can't.
They
You got
somebody probably put a
28
cocoa
grams.
leaf in their
You got
mouth
28 grams of
and
cocaine
realized their mouth got
powder.
numb, and that's probably what sparked that
Shit,
interest.
I
Hold
used
on,
to,
hold on. Listen, hold on. You got 28 grams of powder. You drop it in that water and you put baking soda on it, and you're an idiot. Anybody believe this? You're an idiot. You think that shit finna come back at 28 grams.
because I used to get 54.
And you get 54 grams, drop it in that water and put some baking soda on it, and it's gonna come back 54.
Yeah.
So that means, look, so you telling me, so you drop it back in the water after it rock, and you break it and you dilute it back down
I
straight
don't
down.
want no. That's shit. That's 2 for 1. I don't want to mess with it no more.
That's what I'm gonna tell you. What I'm gonna say. You telling me you could dilute it back down and break it back down in that water, and then let it sit, and then drop it out and weigh it again. It's gonna weigh 54.
No. That's not what I'm saying. No. That's not what I'm saying.
Hey, what we ain't for do? We ain't for to get a Fed case. That's what we ain't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So, scratch that. But anyway, we just talking, man. But look, my thing is, whoever came up with it, you know what I'm saying? However it was designed, the point being is, like you said, with the Amish people dealing with their family, we have to understand that, man, we stepped away from that. And then what really fucked that up was that crack, because they wiped all the men off the board with the time frame. And then they empowered the women with the child support, the government assistance, sending them to school, giving them food stamps, giving them places to stay, and all of that, with telling them, we'll do everything that you need to get done for you to help you strive and live where you need to go, but you can't have a man now.
Well, that was Bill Clinton that did that.
Yeah, but before that, man, they did that in the 70s, bro.
Bill Clinton signed that bill.
But listen, forget Bill Clinton. They was doing that in the 70s and 80s.
Reagan is the one brought a lot of that cocaine over here.
If she got on Section
when he
8,
had his
she can't have no dude there.
Against drugs, the DARE programs and all that stuff. Yeah.
No,
Reagan was one of the main movers in. I know before that too, but Reagan was a big.
But he didn't contribute to that. That was just something they came up with, the housing authority. We're not going to let you. They came up with the government when they set up everything and they started putting the laws. They didn't have the laws in place. They didn't have no crack laws then. None of that shit had been passed. But if a female got on Section 8, she could not have no dude stay with her. That was the rules of the Section 8. They got that shit from. They got that shit from the Midwest. When they put all that shit together, you can't have no guy stay there. Only your kids can stay there.
One thing we're forgetting in this whole thing is the Vietnam War, because everybody knows at the time that most of the draft was black people, right? So the brothers were going over there, and they get hooked on heroin and whatever else, and they come back shell shocked, messed up in the head, done seen death, and on top of that, they got a habit. So they really wasn't coming home with the mindset of, all right, I'm gonna come back to my family and raise it. They was messed up in the head, and at that time there wasn't no GI bills and stuff like that to deal with mental health and all that. They call it shell shock. That was all the name for it before it was PTSD. So a lot of those brothers came home with a heroin with a heroin addiction, and stayed in the streets and just chased, heroin, So, that was a whole.
Because you don't feel anything, because that's what the opiates do. They make you where your brain kind of stop. It slows down where you're not really feeling. Like you. That's why they say, like, a heroin addict. Somebody on opiates, but mostly, who they have to steal, beg, borrow, whatever they have to do to get that next fix, because they physically start feeling things. But it's because it numbs stuff, and like you said, they come back shell shocked or whatever. But that's true. You're absolutely right. You start trying to fix it.
If you think about
self-medicate, and then there's
that really hurt the black family right there, with them brothers coming back messed up and just hurt. You know what I mean? I mean, especially you know, when America has a slick way of exterminating black people by getting them in the draft. You know, white people wasn't getting drafted until they started doing that lotto system. But before that, they were drafting nothing but majority blacks, majority blacks, majority blacks, majority blacks, you know. And that was a good way of killing off a lot of, you know, brilliant minds that we could have had, you know, school teachers. I mean, you know, average Joe people. I mean, they were just killing them off, you know what I mean?
Facts.
And then at the same time, they couldn't even go eat at the goddamn table, you know, with the white people, you know. So
with the same soldiers they fought with.
Exactly. I done shed blood,
but see,
and I could.
Let's even go deep. You want to go deeper than that? We could talk about just people being in the military period, even now. They've been to Afghanistan and all of that. Man, they don't get no medical attention like that. The VA don't really do nothing for them people and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them people over fucked up, and they coming back with all this shit going on with them, and nobody really trying to help them. The government don't give a fuck about the people, man. They'll send you off the war, let you get fucked up, and tell you, "Oh man, we'll take care of your name finna do shit, give you the major runaround and all of that." And you out here, trying to struggle and get your life back together, and shit, they ain't gonna give you nothing to work with. And
what they're trying to do is keep it on the hush because it's because they don't want to scare potential people to go into the military if they got to come back with a mental, because can't nobody see a mental disease. Like I could look at you and be like, oh, you're cool, you know, but I don't know what's going on in your brain, you know.
Yeah.
So nobody wants. That's your main thing is your, you know, is your thoughts, your actions, you know, your function. And if your brain's messed up, no one wants to hear people talking to them or any crazy stuff like that. So that's why the military tries to say it's not a problem, you know, because they don't want to scare potential people who want to sign up for the military to come home messed up or think, man, if I go to the military, I'm gonna come back messed up like this dude or whatever, you know.
Right. Shit, who would? Who want? Who? I mean,
exactly. No doubt.
I'm not gonna join. I know I'm gonna go over there and get fucked up. Hell no, I want no parts of that. Leave me out of it. So you know, she said, look, she said the Superfly came, everybody went cocaine crazy. But you know what, Crystal? I'm gonna say this. I grew up in that era, and man, the hustle was so gravy. Man, a black man can just get in the streets and he can hit him some licks. You know what I'm saying? And get him some money. Money was flowing back then. Money was everywhere. It was easy for anybody black. If you hustling, you had any entrepreneur skills, you had any type of business mind, you could have motherfuckers came up right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. So you got a lot of people that hustled and preyed on the neighborhoods and the community. And then you had the people that had enough sense to hustle and get outside and create opportunities for the neighborhood. Then you just had people that didn't give a damn about none of that shit. But at the same time, it was extreme poverty, but it was an influx of money constantly flowing in the streets, not into the economy itself in the neighborhoods, but just in them streets in the hustle. Man, shit. Man, motherfucker, goddamn, me go out there and easily make $1,000 a week just doing some bullshit. Just shoplifting. Man, just boosting clothes was a fool. You know what I'm saying? You man, like you don't even hear, like when you see people do that now, they just run and store, grab some shit and run out. That shit used to be an art form.
Exactly.
Go in there and steal 10 jogging suits and have them on them, and motherfuckers don't even know this fool done stole all this shit. See, that's what, like, a lot of things that transpired, and I'm not trying to glorify crime or nothing like that, but I'm just talking realistically. We lost a lot of integrity about a lot of things that we do. Just think about, like, and why I say we lost the integrity, because just think about this. Let's go all the way back to the 60s. No, we'll go back to the 50s. So if you go back and look at any type of videos from the 50s, how did black people dress then?
Oh, yeah, you know, slacks and a little how you say, a little button-up shirt, maybe some Chuck Taylors.
Yeah. So 60s, how did people dress? Mostly you seen them dress a blazer, dress shirt, tie, slacks, shoes. You know what I'm saying? We cared about our appearance. We had integrity, our character. We wanted to be presented in the best light. We wanted to be clean. We was always dressed. You look at everybody back then on a regular day, dude be dressed up like he going to church.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He in a nice suit. He just going up here to the corner, drinking a bottle of wine and shit and shoot the shit.
That's it.
You know
and
what I'm
kept
saying?
his Cadillac clean.
Yeah. So then when the 70s come around, what did we do? We changed up. We kind of went, we still dressed a little bit. The slacks changed up. The shirts
Leather
changed up.
jackets.
The jeans got more comfortable. We went more casual. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't just stick to the overall business type mentality, dress code or whatever, slacks and all of this. So then, you know, you went on and then you got the 80s. It changed the format of the clothes. The mentality changed. The times changed. People changed, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you seen people back then, people want to keep their beard edged up. It's clean cut. You kept a clean, fresh haircut. You kept your clothes pressed, ironed. You didn't want that. You didn't want your shoes to have scuffs on them. You know what I'm saying? People like, I'm not living in squalor. So why do I have to dress like I live in squalor? I'm not. Even the people that was living in squalor, if they could maintain their clothes and they had to share clothes with a brother or sisters or whatever, they made sure them clothes was clean. They made sure they was pressed to the best of their ability. They had to work with what they had, and that was just it. Nobody was really trying to, even if they was living in extreme poverty, they wasn't trying to look like they was living like that.
Exactly.
They kept their hair done. They did, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they just might have been old, but shit, that shit was clean.
Clean. It was clean, pressed.
Now, motherfucker come out the house, man, and I see motherfuckers in some pajama bottoms and them little crocky shoes or flip-flops, bonnet on their head, or a dude come out, he got on pajama pants, flip-flops. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't comb our hair no more. We don't care about the waves. We don't care about getting a clean college cut, a nice, you know what I'm saying, taper, you know, shaped up fro. None of that. I gotta rub my shit fucking all looking rough and shit like I've been asleep for 25 days and I just got up. You know what I'm saying? My beard all raggedy as fuck. I ain't trying to keep it groomed. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just don't care about their appearance anymore. Motherfuckers just coming out looking any kind of way. Man, that's
shit,
like so that
even the morals. Even the morals, man. Because it goes back to what you're saying. Stealing used to be an art form. Now I see them kids, they just 8 or 9 of them bomb rush a store and just grab everything off the rack and leave. So I sit there and think to myself, like, what is the art form in that? Now they know you done robbed them. Now they got you on camera. You know, they know where to come look at you now. Come get you. See, back then, a cold thief will steal everything. You don't even know about inventory next month. That's how you know you got hit, but you don't even know who hit you. You know what I mean? So now it's just like free for all. And then they stealing Gucci and all this old stupid ass shit, man. I just don't understand it, man.
Because we got caught up in we can't be rich, but I can look rich.
Exactly. And
I'm not rich, but I'm gonna look like I got money because guess what? Now this is something I don't know. Maybe you can answer this because I was locked up. When I got locked up, if you had money, you had money. You can make some shit happen, but you didn't do it to the point where you stepped on people with it. I get locked up. I heard dudes come. Now they like, oh yeah, old school, no name and shit. They don't call it tricking if you got it. So when I heard dudes say, yeah, man, I used to do this with a chick, XYZ. So you out here hustling and putting your life on the line, jeopardizing your freedom to impress a female, to buy her shit, do these, take trips. She not risking her freedom. She not risking her life. And she reaping all the benefits. And you buying cars, you putting in a crib, you buying jewelry, you doing all of this. So you're hustling for her.
Exactly. Just like
you're not hustling. You're not hustling to gain anything. You're just hustling just to say that I'm a guy. I don't have a conversation. I have no character by myself. So what I have to do, I have to get in the drug game because I know that's the quickest place I can get finances. That is the quickest place I can build up a reputation and you know what I'm saying, about myself. And then in the process, I'm just going to purchase everything that I want. If I want a female, I'm just going to purchase that. I'm going to buy sex. I'm going to buy time. I'm going to buy love. You feel me?
Yeah, just like, you know, The old school brothers used to sell moonshine. They used to hide it in their garden. They would sell a
Yeah.
moonshine to get a goddamn club, to buy a little club or whatever. I mean, they had an objective of what they doing, because they knew, doing illegal shit all the time, it ain't gonna get them nowhere in jail. So, they sold their little moonshine just to, scrape up enough money to buy a little establishment to open up a legitimate place. You know what I mean? But now, you hustling just to pay the rent and have Jordans, and that's where it ends.
Crazy. But see, my thing is, where did the tricking come in the game?
Man, I don't know.
See, watch this. I remember when tricks was just identified to prostitutes.
Yeah, you call them Johns back in the day.
But
yeah,
they was but customers for strippers. I had a conversation with a female. I talked about that. I remember when I was growing up, strippers was only strippers, and strippers didn't feel like every guy that came into the club was a potential money bag. They knew this guy came in, that he's a trick. And what they meant by trick was she can ask him for anything, some money for a bill, a coat, something with a car, whatever, rent. He gonna give it to. He just gonna give her the money. No, he don't want nothing. He just want a little conversation, a lap dance.
That's it. Companionship.
She had a paying customer. She had a customer, a regular. They would call him, he's a regular. This is my regular. And the other women in the strip club knew, don't mess with this dude because this is her regular. He comes in strictly to see her. She dances for him. They shoot the shit. They have a few drinks. He's spending a exuberant amount of money, dropping out on tips, and he going on by his business. And everybody respected everybody lane. Then she knew it was dudes come in, like me, come in. I'm not going to spend no money for you to do nothing on me, but I might want to just date you because I like you as a woman, because I see some potential and I like your character. And I know this is just your job.
Yeah.
And so they might have a dude that they knew it was three type of dudes coming in the strip club. It was dudes that was there to see them. It was dudes that was there because they was looking for companionship on a superficial level. And it was dudes in there that was actually interested in females that did this type of work. So they knew how to differentiate between the three.
Even so, then,
the prostitutes, they knew what a John was, and they knew the difference that a John, a dude that just really come and he just sightseeing, he ain't trying to do nothing. They knew that some people just had fetishes, so they knew how to, each individual that approached them, they knew how to conduct themselves accordingly at all times with those individuals. You never seen strippers trying to be slash prostitutes and prostitutes trying to slash be strippers, right? You never seen pimps slash trying to be gangsters and gangsters slash trying to be pimps. You never seen Macs trying to be drug dealers and drug dealers slash trying to be a Mac. Everybody had their own lane, and you were significant to that lane. You stayed in that and you conducted yourself as such, and you didn't blur the lines. So I don't understand when I got locked up how people feel like, when you hustle now that you had to trick your money off with females or any situation, go to the bar. I've never seen this growing up, and I've seen dudes have millions in the street and never go to the bar, go to a club and buy the bar out, buy all these expensive bottles of champagne, this, that, and other, and fuck it off and cap and high side. Nobody wanted to do that because they were trying to stay low key. They might have been buoyant, but they wasn't really in the club chunking money off and just fucking the money off just because I'm gonna go to the club and I'm gonna throw up 15,000 in the air. Shit, I don't give a fuck. Nobody did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit was stupidity. But
even
now, go ahead.
if you was a D-boy back then, you had your main girl, which would probably be your wife, and you had a side chick, right? It wasn't like, okay, every girl I go to, I'm a trick with her. You know what I mean? Even the D-boys back in the 70s and 60s or whatever, they had, like I say, their wife, and then they probably had some on the side, and that was it. And none of them crossed paths with each other. You know what I mean? But now it's just like, if I got money, I'm gonna live a messy life, because the brothers back then were discreet about everything. You know what I mean? But it's totally new wave of I guess understanding now, you know what I mean, of how it's supposed to be done. But we just need more old school brothers, man, to pull these youngsters, if they're willing to listen, pull them to the side and be like, hey man, that's not how you do it, man. That's not where it's at. But You know, now you
That's
got to
the
worry about
key thing. They're willing
yeah,
to listen. Nobody
exactly,
want to listen. I said that. If I tell you how, hey man, check this out. Don't do that. Do this right here. You know what you're gonna say? Oh, school. You don't even know what you're talking about. This man, this what we doing, or this how we do it. Okay, but guess what? The game y'all playing, I done already played that game. Shit just a rerun on TV to me. I'm just
exactly,
watching new players on the. It's just like watching the NBA, the NFL. It's the same game with new players, with new different rules. But guess what? The fundamental of the game is still played the same.
exactly. And
Y'all
you
just
know,
got
you could
fancier uniforms now. Y'all got more endorsements now. So you make
exactly,
more money now. But the fundamental game, it never changed.
exactly. I mean, but like I said, youngsters they don't want to listen, you know. But you know, and the sad thing is, you could say, man, I already know how it's gonna end for you, and they won't ever listen to that. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-mm.
about them how they carry themselves. You know what I mean?
I know.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it. It's just like I don't. If I just try to put myself in the position of, you know what I'm saying, where I need to be at and do things, you know what I'm saying, where I can stay in my lane and I can maintain. And if I'm able to send off some resources or information to somebody that they can help them elevate, however they want to take that information I give them and do whatever. That's not my thing. Whatever you do with the information is on you. However you want to orchestrate, because you might know a better way to work it than I do, and you may be more successful 10 times more than me. That's cool. That was the whole object of the shit anyway, to give it away so somebody else can use it and be successful with
right,
it.
no doubt,
It wasn't
no
for me
doubt,
to keep it, because if I can't be successful with it, then I need to get that shit away and let somebody else work it.
exactly,
He
exactly.
say T.I. helped change the narrative. It ain't tricking if you got it. Back then, Ball's biggest feature was to be by the bar and not. Yeah, that shit
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
bro. Now
yeah.
I
He
don't.
hit that.
I
He
just
hit
don't
that.
get that. Like man, I ain't had millions of dollars or nothing like that. I probably had $1 million go through my hands in my lifetime. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna go nowhere to impress some people I don't fucking know. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna go nowhere and spend. And this is my thing too, boy. Mom, any female, if I hope a female that work at a strip club watching this, and they ever seen me there the few times I done been, and they'll tell you, man, I swear this is my word. But I'm not giving you no money. I don't give no money to no female I'm not fucking.
yeah.
So
Well,
you
shit, even back
can't
then,
give you no lap dance. You wasting your time. I'm not
yeah,
giving you, and I
even
don't
back
want you
then.
no way, because you done been on 25 other dudes and you ain't finna have
Mhm.
all that shit on my clothes and shit. You know what I'm
Ugh,
saying? Screw
ugh.
that. So no,
But
I'm cool.
but but even back then, cause like women, they were stripping to either get through college or get through a rough spot. Now you could be a stripper and get a TV show. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. Kanye made what's that girl, Amber Rose? He made her famous. I just tripped out, man. Like, I
That's what
guess,
made Amber Rose famous.
yeah,
How you do that?
shit. I guess he met her at the club or whatever, and she. I think they were a couple, man. I don't want to lie on them, but
Oh, I don't, yeah. Oh, okay.
and then people wondering who she is, and bam, boom. That's all it happened. You see people going viral for dumb shit nowadays. You know what I mean? So this
Because,
picture, she was next to Kanye West. You know what I mean?
but see, because there's no integrity though. There's no character, man. Nobody's being held accountable for their conduct. You know what I'm saying? So if I say, hey man, I used to be a con man, but now I'm a talk show host. That's
Hey,
cool. Preach. I used to be a pimp, but now I'm a preacher. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You
I'll
see
tell
what
you do
Demetri?
that shit. I'm gonna tell you do that shit, and that nigga cold with it. You ever watch Sinful to P?
Uh-uh.
Boy, you go watch him, watch one of his videos. Boy, that boy gonna whip that. He gonna whip that conversation with that Bible up in it, and he gonna preach. He gonna preach and pimp at the same time. And man,
Damn.
I just be fascinated by the fact that people be on his platform and it be like 700-800 people listening to him just do a live review of somebody video or some shit, and he be talking this shit, you know, and I ain't gonna lie, he talking shit, but I just be sitting up there, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm counting dollars. I'm like, damn, this nigga just made $900 in the last 25, 26 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They dropping honchos and shit like that. And this nigga got about 4 other platforms he got cracking that he like, if you really want some game on this pimping, you got to go over here and pay $100, $50 tiers, and you'll get this and this and that. Man, I'm like, boy, people, like, going back to what we was talking about way earlier, we was talking about religion, how people get engulfed in religion, and you had this faith in it so strongly that you're easily manipulated in other forms and fashions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just amazes me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't lying. Hey, he the GOAT. She not lying. Boy, I didn't listen to him some days, and I'd be like, God damn, I'm gonna have to write that down. Shit, that nigga said something right there, boy. I might need to use that later on. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm gonna goddamn me put some of that shit together with what I got. Boy, I'm like, goddamn me be the hell of a pimp of the year. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you go hard, man. But it's just like when you can formulate your conversation with some religion in it, especially with Christianity. You know what I'm saying? If you can formulate it with some Christianity in it, boy, you really know that Bible back and forth, and you can quote them scriptures, boy, you're gonna be a monster. You're a monster to everybody.
Shit, look at Clesto Dollar and TD Jakes.
Go hard.
Millionaires, man.
I wrote TD Jakes one time.
What assistant wrote you back, or what person in the mailroom wrote you back? Oh no.
Hell no, I went up there when I got out too. Motherfuckers wouldn't let me up in there and talk to nobody.
Yeah, like, that sounds about right.
Hey, I went up there and tried to talk to that fool because I was like, fool, man, I just got out. I got a dynamic story to tell. I wrote a book. I got this shit already wrote out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, I'm gonna try to nigga help me put this book together and nigga, put your on it. And I don't need you to support me. I ain't up here asking for no money. I'm asking for an opportunity because you say you give opportunities. I wasn't in the right financial bracket to join the church or nothing. I need to see my W-2. I ain't got no W-2. I ain't got no goddamn job. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they ask you? That's what they ask you?
Yeah. That's what the church, they need to see my W-2. No, I ain't got no W-2. I ain't got no job. Why you need my W-2 to come to church for? I didn't get that shit.
Yeah, that's cold lick right there, man.
Man, you didn't know everybody got them to go to that church, man. They got to show their W-2, boy. They got to make a certain amount of income because they got to hit that collection plate. They got to pass that plate, man. You know what they say? Money is the root of all evil. So if that money is the root of all evil, why y'all passing that collection plate around? What the church need this evil money for? You know what I asked a chick, man, one time? Man, I took a theology class, and I you know, for 2 years I get this certificate. I go over here and preach whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it. I just did it just to pass some time, but that's just my honest God truth. But I asked this lady one time, say, if I came to your house on Thursdays at 7 o'clock and administer word for 10 minutes every Thursday for $5, would you pay me? She told me, you must be the devil.
Oh, man.
In my home and preach the word, I go to church. My pastor teaches me. I said, okay. So my next question is, would they pass the collection plate around and everybody pay tithes? Who get the money?
Shit, you already know.
Yeah, watch what the answer was. What you think the answer was?
The people?
Hell no. She told me Jesus get the money.
Shit.
She said the money go to Jesus. Get what I asked her. What are you gonna do? Buy a Cadillac? She right. See, you the devil. I'm just saying. You say the money go to Jesus. What are you gonna do with it? He got to pay mortgage or something? Like, what do you need for? Then she talking about, now you know what I mean. It go to the pastor. What the fuck he need it for? Okay, so y'all gonna pass the collection plate around, put tithes in at 10% of your earnings, or whatever the case may be, whatever you want to put in there. At the end of the day, when sermon over with and everybody departing from church and they tally up the money that was given, it's $10,000 in there. What did he say that was so profound, so significant from the Bible that I can actually read from the Bible, and I only asked for $5, and you telling me I'm the devil, but the church just gave him $10,000 to go up there and say what I could have said in 8 minutes 10 minutes. He took a whole 3 hours to do it.
Yeah, because you know he gonna throw his little guilt trip about not helping the church out. We need to fund this broadcasting, and we're feeding space aliens in this country that y'all don't know nothing about, and they're hungry. You know, they're gonna put all that on you. You know, that's why I say, man, you should never. One thing about, you know, about passing the offering plate, man, you should never make no one feel guilty if they don't have it. You know what I mean?
Right. But think about that though. I'm trying to give you the word for $5. And you told me no. I'm the devil. I can go out right now and say, hey, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Do y'all mind if I pray for y'all right quick for $1? Hell no, they ain't gonna walk off. They'll turn me down.
Exactly.
You gotta be some game in this. It's some game in this. I just want to pray for y'all. I just want $1. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna turn me down and shoot me and talk crazy to me, but yet you'll go Sunday and you'll put $200 up in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And he prayed. He didn't give a damn if you live or die. You know what I'm saying? You just need to show back up at 6 so you can pass the play back around again and do his thing. Like, come on, man.
6 months later, 6 months later, your light's about to get cut off. You go up there. Yeah, we don't do that, man. We don't help. You know, people in need. Yeah, we don't help the needy. You know, just like Roy Osteen, that motherfucker right there, man.
Who?
Roy Osteen, that white boy.
Oh, boy, Joe Osteen, cold.
Yeah. Man, look, I ain't never seen a motherfucker. He smiles about everything, man. That's how I know something ain't right with him. You look at his son.
They did with Joe Osteen Church. They found all
that money
in the wall or something.
Yeah, that allegedly got stolen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit, they wouldn't even open the church when that flood happened a couple years back, man.
They didn't?
No, they were under scrutiny for that.
Damn, Joe. God,
man, that dude right there, man.
Why, Joe? Why you do it? But look, man, on a serious note, that's just real talk, bro. It's like it's a lot of things that go on in society, man, that we had to question and use our common sense. And then even like with the government, the things that we see or what a belief we was taught in history that we say that we was told that happened or probably didn't happen, like I was saying earlier. So look, I'm gonna pose this to the chat. Everybody listen, check this out. Me and Jay, we was talking earlier and we was talking about slavery. Because now we got some more people like so let's talk about anybody know this answer, give us some info, you know, because me and him had two different opinions on it. So we're talking about slavery times and cowboy and Indian times. They was kind of going on simultaneously. Can anybody dispel that myth? Is that true? Was that false? Do you believe they was going on at the same time? And if they was going on at the same time, how did they coexist with two different eras of looks going on in the same cities? Anybody want to tap in and elaborate on that? I'm just curious.
See what the people got to say.
Yeah, let's see what people got to say, man. Somebody, I'm going to put the link in here so they can come over and explain it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was telling Jay, if slavery was abolished in 1865 and Billy the Kid them and all them was running around in the 1800s, and they were shooting everything up and stagecoaches and robbing shit, and all this is going on in these eastern states. So where the fuck was they doing all this at? And what about the Indians that was all along in the Virginia hills, the Appalachian trails, and all of that? All them Indians and them Sioux and all. Where the fuck? So y'all mean to tell me starting in Missouri, just Illinois, and a little bit of Tennessee, and partial parts of Arkansas, there was just cowboys and Indians. Everybody else on this side was colonized and there's slavery times. Man, explain that to me. So everything going west was cowboys and Indians. But we read history books where they had things going on in Virginia, in North Carolina, in Georgia, in South Carolina, and Tennessee, Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? Alabama, when the motherfucking cowboy and Indians was doing some shit, they had Indians in Florida. Like, so why? How did all this coexist in history at the same amount of time? You know what I'm saying? What you need to
have the people spoken?
Nah, ain't nobody got nothing, man.
Oh, Crystal said, can you repeat that, please?
Hold up. He say you ought to do a live or record a video, put in that exact example into effect. What you talking about, Demetrius? What I need to put in effect? Put that in the comment. Yeah, man, I'm just saying. Me and Jay was just talking about that. I was just trying to figure out, did anybody know when all the stuff happened at the Alamo? What year that happened? Did anybody know that? See, we can run it down like that. What year was Billy the Kid them and Jesse James and all them was doing stuff? There go Demetrius right there. What's up, homie?
What's good, man?
Break us off. We listening.
Wow. So you got to think about it, bro. You also, in the time that you mentioned, you got to look at the population. A lot of this shit was not heavily populated, so it was able to exist at that time during slavery. That's what makes the difference. You can't. That shit could not happen now because damn near everywhere you go, you got people.
Okay. So what about when they was robbing banks in the 1800s all through North Carolina and all of that stuff in Virginia and Tennessee and Pennsylvania?
Think about it. Same shit though, bro. You rob a bank, the next town is like fucking a day's ride. So you out there in the middle of nothing with these motherfuckers chasing you until they get tired.
Right. I ain't think about it like that. That you say it wasn't that much. It wasn't that many.
Talking about when he was talking about how he proposed. All right, I'll preach a sermon. Let me pray for you for $1. And you know what I'm saying? You ought to take that shit out to the streets, bro. And put that shit out, record that shit just to prove your point because everything you're saying makes sense.
Oh yeah, go out and catch somebody and pray for them for $1. Yeah, I can do that. As soon as I get out of the way, man, I get 100. I'll go out there, put my little mask on. I gotta be my mask on. That ain't gonna give me COVID again. Man,
I'm just getting out work. My dudes gotta excuse me, so I'm like down there to the crib, you dig?
Yeah. It's all good. But yeah, man. I mean, like, this just stuff to think about. Nobody right, nobody wrong. We ain't on no conspiracy theories. We just chopping it because I might know something and other people don't know it. They might know something, I don't know it. That's the only way we're gonna get some information. We gotta talk to one another.
If we don't communicate, we all just gonna be stuck believing the ideas that we have, even though they might be wrong.
Right. See, this live right here,
vice versa.
This live right here dedicated to Jay Roller because he inspired this. He told me to go live.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, he told me to go live. I said, man, if I go live when we get out right here. So man, I had to eat, man. I've been sick. I ain't ate all day. I gotta get my little weight up. I had to do some stuff first. I had to eat some stuff, man, and get in mode, man. I had to power up to get in this mode. Shit,
I'm trying to think. All right, so I'm finna show you what I wake up to every day. You know what's surrounding me.
Right.
It's some beautiful shit, man. And
ain't no doubt.
Back when we was out there in that lane, nobody could ever told me that this would be this would be my day to day.
Right. That's true. I believe that because I wouldn't nobody tell me this shit either. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking, shit, I ain't finna do none of that. That shit crazy. I ain't doing that. But it's like I say, man, we could get on these lives. I'm gonna say this. We could get on these lives because I do it, and this ain't singling nobody out or pointing fingers. We get on these lives, we talk about something that's real, some realistic ass shit for us, life things that's going on. You know what I'm saying? We talk about political shit, some government. We could get on these lives and we could talk shit about each other. other brothers, other sisters, other races. We can get on these lives and we can start major conflicts. We can get on these lives and be on some stupid shit, dumb shit. We can get on these lives and do all of that. But at the end of the day, it's no matter if that's what we doing, whatever case we doing it at, it should be some type of level of substance to it. You know what I mean? At some point,
Right.
it got to be some type of level of substance to it. I mean, me personally, I get on my channel. I like to talk about a lot of shit. So I don't have no one narrative on one thing. I'll interview somebody. I'll talk some shit. We can talk about some relationships. We talk like we doing today, talking about history and things like that. We can talk about some politics. We may talk about how to start a business. Because man, knowledge is universal. It's not just stuck in one arena. I don't want to be in one arena. I ain't never been like that. So I rather network with people. We all interacting. So somebody want to talk up and come on and talk about their lifestyle from back in the day. Let's do that because I can learn something from that. You got
But
something. You went through something I
I
didn't
mean,
go through. Let me hear it.
I
I
mean,
want to
bro,
know.
think about it. The narrative that's being put out there today is about whoever can create the most drama, they win.
Right.
But it should be since we look, we in all these different fucking places, but we all chopping it up on the same fucking page. Now just think, if we can do this shit from other states, what about the motherfuckers that's in your own goddamn city?
Right.
So you can come together, but they don't want that. If that was the case, bro, everybody would been flourished.
Yeah.
So we have to go against the grain and build and network with each other just so that what I'm saying, we can see each other progress. And like where you progressing from something that we all put together, bam, salute, sir. You progressing from something that we all came together and that's gonna help us. And then we can in turn, it's like that each one teach one.
Right. Right.
Like when we was talking about the Apex game this morning on local shit. Yeah, if I'm at the top, it just puts me in a position to help to bring somebody up there with me. But damn, I gotta bet motherfuckers just so I'm not pitting somebody up that's gonna try and bring me down.
Right. Right.
So that's what I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. And so far, that's what we've been doing. Just we come on these fucking things, man. Even whether we in the chat or on the stream, and we try to build off of each other.
Right. Right. That's what's up. OG Bam.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Shit, nothing, bro.
Just got off work. I'm tired. I had tapped in earlier on my little break, but you
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
on there. I was liking what they
Nah,
was talking about.
I
My
hadn't went
homie hit me
outside.
on my break. Gangster, right? I was on this pod. I was on this little thing, just commenting on it, right? Hey, homie, I'm in a fucked up mood right now.
What's up?
I'm just tired of this bullshit that's going on in society, man. The senseless shit. It was a drive-by in Inglewood last night, right?
Yeah.
3 people got killed. 5 people got shot. 3 people got killed. The senseless shit in these black communities needs to really stop, man.
Yeah.
That shit, it got me wanting to cry and shit. That shit ain't.
Who put the work in? Who got
I
work?
don't know.
Who
I
got
don't
rolled
know.
on?
I caught it on YouTube. Just when I go on my break, I go on YouTube because I ain't been, for some reason, my little big head cousin from Texas ain't been calling me or texting me, right? But I'm all good with you.
I've been sick.
When you come back,
Been had COVID.
come back to Lancaster, I'm gonna tie you up, though.
I
Tie you up.
I had COVID,
No,
man.
but it's behind that Draco thing. It's gang shit, homie. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
and it's so scary now. This is the type of shit can make old motherfuckers come out of retirement if you kill the wrong motherfucker. And I
Right.
said that I commented like that. I'm finna be 62 this year, man. I would come out of retirement if a motherfucker was to harm my little great nephews. These is kids.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is just shooting just to be shooting. The little girl birthday and she lost her life. That girl wasn't no banger, homie.
Right.
And know it's a damn shame when kids that ain't gang members can't go where they want to go just to have some motherfucking fun,
Right. Right.
right? And I'm gonna keep it because my homie said something on the show that made sense, Punk. And we say this without ever saying it on the show. If you really into that gang bang shit, you don't get on YouTube advocating what the fuck you doing. That's woofing. That's that cell soldier shit. And
Yeah.
these brothers, see, this the goddamn shame. I ain't finna say op because that's what they say in Chicago.
Right.
Another brother ain't my motherfucking Annie.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a crip, a non-active gang member, but I got a whole lot of blood friends, that I
Yeah.
got love for. I try to love anything that's gonna love me. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a goddamn shame. The police kill your motherfucking homeboy and you don't do a motherfucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
But soon as another brother shoot up at something, you motherfuckers want to retaliate and go shoot up a whole motherfucking house that ain't got nothing to do with what's going on.
Right.
It's starting to irritate me. It's getting, listen to me, man. I get paid Wednesday, right, Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Take off Thursday and Friday because I'm treating my girl somewhere, right? I just need to get away. I'm gonna go to Palm.
Right.
She just made the reservation. We're gonna go to Palm Springs till Sunday, right? We're gonna leave Thursday morning at 5 in the morning. Ain't got to be there at like 9, but we're gonna leave early, go someplace and eat. It's senseless, and I'm getting tired of it. It's
Right.
ridiculous. And this the cold part, right? We get these rappers, we get these athletes, we get these black movie stars. You know, they get on the news and say all this positive shit, but they don't come in these communities and try to contribute to nothing that's going on in the community, to try to bring nothing positive to the community. And that's a sad thing to say, right? Not all of them, but some
Right.
of them. But somebody had commented on gangster thing, right? And say, yeah, Bam, I like what you doing. You finna have to sit down. Watch this, man. I'm tired of asking people to even donate to it because people don't even do it, right? Yeah, when somebody lose their life, they want you to feel sorry for them. Well, we're trying to prevent people from losing their lives. And we need to start supporting one another, man. That's our
Mm-hmm.
biggest motherfucking problem. We can support each other for the negativity, but we can't support each other for the positivity, right?
Right.
I was a cause of a lot of negativity in my 20s and my early 30s, right? I'm not with that no more, man. That shit is it's fucked up. Like last week when I told you I got into it at my job. Guess who bought me breakfast this morning?
Who was that?
The little dude.
For real?
Listen to me, man. I'm up in the lot. I know what truck I'm rolling out in. He said, OG, let me have a word with you. He said, man, I really apologize for what transpired that day. He said, but you let me know, old motherfucker ain't afraid of that. You got
Right.
on me. You got on me. He said, I accepted it. He said, yeah, and I did tell my big brother, man. My big brother said, don't come to me about no old man. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The dude like, wait. I said, yeah, man. I stopped and bought me a cup of coffee from Starbucks and all that, right? Rather my girl bought it. That's who dropped me off this morning, right? He said, well, man,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna treat you to breakfast. I'm riding in the same truck you riding in. And he
Cool.
bought the driver a big old, he bought all us a cool breakfast. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to have him on my show next week, right? I met this little brother that's your son age, about your son age the other day, and I had him on the show the other night, right? And I be impressed when I meet young brothers in their 20s and their early 30s with their head on, they ain't with the bullshit,
Right.
right? I ain't just talking to the black community. I'm talking about the expanded community too. We need to stop this gang shit. Let me give you an experience on what I just had. The other day, me and my girl stopped at the store. I see a motherfucker spray painting on the walls, right? So I said, man, let me give you an experience. He said, what's up, OG? Little Spanish dude. I said, man, when I was 18 years old, I wrote my name in a cell in LA County Jail. Somebody said, man, take your name off that wall because you'll come back to see it. I said, I beat my case and came right back to jail 2 weeks later. And guess what cell I went straight to? To that same cell I wrote my name on. I took my t-shirt off, dropped it in the toilet, and just took my name off the wall. I ain't never
Right.
wrote my name again in nobody's jail. He said, oh, man, I did like 4 or 5 prison terms. I'm 50 years old. I said, well, man, you know what? This what busters do. Gang right on walls. Go right on your mama house. Go right on your motherfucking house. Don't fuck this store up.
Right.
Exactly.
You
Right.
feel me?
Word up.
And
Word up.
this is what's cracking. my boy. That's what we got to learn, Pumpkin. You're a dude. Like when I go through shit, I reach out to you. I knew you was on.
Yeah.
I reach out because you bring some type of form of humbleness in me. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a sad thing, man. I just ate my dinner too. I got off nice meatloaf. I love meatloaf.
I ain't had no meatloaf in a minute.
That's what made me like it. I ain't had nothing this minute. Now they got sprung on it, right?
That meatloaf for food.
Man. But
say, OG, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
What do you think that needs to be done to stop that senseless violence, man?
Hey, let me share this with you, brother. I'm glad you asked that question. Gangs is here to stay. We can't never get rid of gangs. But we can do a whole lot to stop senseless killing. And the first thing we need to do is start supporting each other. Right? We got to create something for these youngsters. Watch this. I ain't even talking about the kids, man. We got to create something for these 20-year-old men and these 30-year-old men that want to have their pants hanging off their ass and their parents. Find them something to do. Because if all you doing is smoking blunts all day, walking around, or sitting at home smoking weed all day and playing on that PlayStation or listening to rap music today, your head is fucked up with three things. You're playing the PlayStation, you're listening to rap music, and you're smoking that goddamn weed that got so much goddamn opioid on it, whatever the fuck they spray on that shit, right? It's fucking them up. We need to create jobs for these people. We need to create, watch this, man. I said this the other day to somebody. And I'm gonna try to do this after I do my sit down. Black men in every community need to rent a hall or a park. Just go to a park and invite brothers there and teach them how to be fathers, because some of them don't know how to be fathers.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? See, that's our problem. The dudes that made these kids, they don't want to be in their kids' lives. So society believe, well, the gang is going to be the father. No, your gang ain't your motherfucking daddy. Your gang ain't your motherfucking family. You understand what I'm saying? Because your gang will kill you too if you do the wrong motherfucking thing.
Right.
What we got to do is teach these brothers how to be fathers. But first, we got to teach them how to stop being boys and become men.
Right.
You know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say? That's a good idea, but I think the first thing we need to find out in all of that, in that whole scenario, about why people even joining gangs? Why you in a gang personally? See, you got to ask each individual, why are you actually in a gang? And then if you in a gang for whatever reason you say, so my next question gonna be is, why are you so angry at the people from other sets that you don't even know? That, you know what I'm saying, that compels you to feel it's okay to go out and kill them.
Let's see how you just asked questions. So I'm gonna ask that question like you asking me that question, right? I'm 61. I joined the gang because I wanted to be part of my neighborhood. I felt as though I was gonna be protecting my neighborhood. Did I think it was gonna get outrageous that I ended up going to YA for shooting a brother that was from opposing neighborhood? No. I never thought that. I thought, yeah, we would get into a couple spikes and that was gonna be it. Because this the fucked up part. We joined gangs and our enemies end up being our friends that we went to elementary school with. So it's fucked up. Then you still got friends over there and motherfuckers. Like when I gang bang, I still had Pirus that I had love for, because we went to school together and we played baseball, little league baseball, Pop One football together. I went swimming in their neighborhood, Campanella Park, Enterprise Park in Compton. But I was still cool with some of them. Now I can honestly say I'm a dude that can go over there and parlay and kick it, right? But if the wrong crowd show up, I leave. We need to start. We got to reprogram our own communities, especially the young black men, because a lot of them don't know how to become. They're not men, right? You're not a man if you watch this. If you're 30 years old and you still claiming Crip or blood, you're not a motherfucking man, because that's not what men do. That isn't what a grown man do. Grown men don't gang bang. Gang banging is for kids, 17 on down to 12, right? It's not for what a grown man do. Now, I ain't get, watch this. Wherever I go, I'm known for being from Front Hood Bam. But I'm so impressed that when I hear Namu say, man, that's the big homie, Bam, the big homie. Because I never been a bully when I bang. I always tried to be a leader because I was a good follower, right? We got to learn how to love each other, man. It's on us to get everything back like it used to be. Because we don't, it's gonna be sad, man. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. You feel me? To see gangbangers need to understand something, man. Parents love their kids, so don't fuck off the wrong child.
Mm-hmm.
Family love their family, don't fuck off the wrong family member. You feel me? See, it's a goddamn shame. These dudes get up on YouTube and say, pull up on me, show a motherfucking gun and still get killed. Stop doing that, bruh. Because if your mama's still living, don't you want to be able to have your mama in the passenger seat where you can go someplace with her and she ain't got to worry about somebody pulling up on her and because of your dumb ass saying the wrong fucking thing? This is what we got to learn, Punkin, right? And the brother that was asking me that. And that's my goal, man. Me and Gangster was talking. My homie Bobby Louis. Because Gangster, you know, he gave my price, and man, I got my OG homies on here, man. We grew up together. We don't like this. It ain't cool, man. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. I don't care what nobody say. You feel me? I got to go back to work. Watch this, man. I'm working the double. I'm going back to work at 2 o'clock, right? And guess what? I'm going to Fresno. We're delivering some shit in Fresno, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't cool, man. When you got senseless killings, it ain't cool. When you ain't getting the people that you after, nah, it ain't cool.
Just listen to
because
me.
Because it was restricted at one point in time. It was just restricted to just that. I mean, then it got a little wild where people just did start not giving a damn and they just shooting anybody and shooting any kind of way. And it just got out of control from there. But still, man, if we're gonna try to reach out and touch you, we talking about talking to these youngsters, man, we gotta ask them why they even gang banging from the first. Man, I can't tell you how to be a father. I can't tell you how to be a man yet. I need to figure out why you doing it. You know what I'm saying? So when I figure out why you doing it, then I can figure out a solution. We can figure out these solutions amongst all of the older homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the ones like y'all before me and all this, way before me. They're still around. That started all this structure when it wasn't like this. They figure out, okay, so they saying this is why they doing it, and this is why we did it. So now we understanding that. Now they need to take y'all experiences and wisdom and apply it to what they little experience and wisdom is, and find a solid solution by giving, like you say, giving them something to do or redirect that energy another way.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna tell you, like you just said, you ain't gonna tell them, hey man, the gangs ain't going nowhere. We know that. But then if you give them another, if we find out why they doing it, then we can kind of slow the cycle up.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You can't man, listen, it's like this. Peace is idealistic, right? History is violent. That's and peace is an idealistic thing, but history is violence.
Yeah.
It's always violent. Because anytime we go back and look in history on anything, it's violence in that shit. At the highest level. The three things that fuel America right now, you know what they are?
Yeah.
Sex, violence, and money.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Them the only thing turn on the TV, put it on any show, you finna see some sex. You finna see some sex, you finna see some violence, and you want down there to see some money.
Yeah.
Any show you watch, it revolve around that. So if this is what they're pushing and this is what's propelling them, everybody in America, then why are we fucked up about the violence? I need to understand why you even committing the violence. Why you even want to be a part of the violence. So once I figure that part out, then I know how to start eradicating some of the situations where you can't advocate no violence.
Yeah.
See, if we don't know how to eradicate the situations that create the violence, You can't destroy the game, but you can
Man.
stop the circumstances that create the violence. So once we know why they doing it, then we can stop the circumstances, and it won't apply anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker got to really be digging down when you really trying to reach. And I'm talking this shit from a personal experience too. You know what I'm saying? Because I love my hood. I ain't gonna lie to you back then.
Yeah.
You can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna ride on y'all ass. I don't give a damn. Well, they could be piecing, I ain't piecing. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming. So what was the cycle for that? What created that atmosphere? What created that energy for myself? So once I answered that for myself, that's what's making me look at the whole situation different. Can I say no? Do I participate and I don't fuck with that? I'm denouncing it. No, I'm not doing none of that. But I know what create them circumstances for me to advocate that violence. So once I understand it for myself, if it apply to me, it gotta apply to everybody else because we all doing the fucking same shit.
Yeah, for real.
Under the same type of pretense. So it may not apply fully exactly how it did with me. It may not be their mentality the same as mine, but we have to. It all starts psychologically. Yeah. And then I told, I'm gonna say this too. Outside the state of California, I was talking about this today. When people talk about history and you talking about being something politically correct or whatever we talking about, so we're going to use something simple as being a Crip or a Blood. Crips and Bloods originated in California. The people that originated this shit is still alive.
Yeah, some of them.
But listen, watch this. I'm talking to everybody that's ever going to see this.
Yeah,
not just to you. I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
If the people that started some of these sets are still alive, and some of the people that was around when they started, if the original person not alive, the people that was around is still alive. Some of them.
Yeah.
Everybody outside of California that don't inherit to the fact the way Crips actually operate, Bloods actually operate, in the ideologies, the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, the history of it. When you in another state talking about that ain't what we do this, it goes to that false narrative of people believing in false gods, paganism, and just identifying with some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We not in an era where we can't go back and look at slavery and figure the shit out. That's too far gone. All that shit, them people is dead. But the people that created this cycle of situation for us, they still alive.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just doing something. I hear you.
I can properly go get the real information and real understanding of why these dudes became Crips or these dudes became Bloods or this set became this, and why I even represent that same particular set. So now I should be following on the guidelines of how this originated because I can go right to the source. Just like we all want to say we want to follow God, we had a belief in God or Jesus or Muhammad or the Buddhas or, you know what I'm saying, the Torah, whatever. But we're going to follow all these religions with blind faith, but then we'll participate in something that'll destroy our life, but we got the source of information right there and we'll turn our back and won't even fuck with it.
You right.
Because we too caught up in the fact I didn't get it like that. That y'all shit is different from us. So we ain't, nigga, I can't say I'm a Christian and the Christians over there in Egypt
doing something different.
Christians. Yeah. And they doing something. They ain't doing nothing different. They doing the same thing the Christians over here doing. So why the fuck does people not want? See, that's another problem that's gonna keep that cycle going, of fucked up shit going, and we can't stop. Well, we can't advocate the violence to slow that shit down because the mentality is, I ain't from California. Fuck that shit. Nigga, we doing it this way. That ain't how I got it. You should want to get it the way it originated. If I could go drink from the well that's gonna bless my soul, you know what I'm saying, and I can have longevity and live 100 years, nigga, I'm going to the well instead of going to get a bottle of water at the corner store. Yeah. That's where the fuck I'm going. I'm going to get the well water, not the goddamn bottle of water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to also, I'm just telling you this from somebody that wasn't born and raised in California. I just lived in California and got this and came back to my perspective hometown. So being an insider and an outsider, I'm just telling you this so you can relate it to everybody else. You feel me?
Yeah.
What need to be done?
Shit.
Get y'all
don't
need to
know
talk
what happened.
about that too.
Oh, there you go.
You feel me?
Yeah, you have to get that out of oh. Yeah, you absolutely right on that, man. I just be everybody got their own different ideologies on shit, right? And their morals shit is fucked up, right? Like somebody just saying it's about power. People want to be that guy, but most motherfuckers that think they're that guy ain't that guy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this from a Crip perspective, man. A lot of shit that the Crips is doing these days, Raymond and Chucky and Mac Thomas and them wouldn't approve of that. Nor Salty and them. Not a whole lot of homies. Turtle, my little brother, my homie Kirk, my homie Bay Rob. When none of them approve of what's going on. Cause it's sad when a motherfucker. This what I'm really gonna say. Fuck it, man. I don't care if I offend the motherfucker. Here a motherfucker 30 years old go kill 2 or 3 people. Then you killing the wrong motherfuckers, they ain't even in the game. Killing an innocent motherfucker. Then you go to court. Then you start hating your own motherfucking homies. So see, they ain't sending you nothing while you in jail. They ain't contributing nothing for you to get a lawyer. You up in there with a public defender. So 9 out of 10, you're gonna get found guilty. But then the homies you got with you, the first thing you want them to do is to come save your motherfucking ass by going to get at somebody. See, I don't support snitching, right? But I can damn near understand it when some of these females, I ain't gonna say males, when some of these females get out there and say, this motherfucker done shot my motherfucking people, I'm gonna go to court on this motherfucking ass. Now, that's not my get down, right? But motherfuckers need to stop with this fake wanna be tough shit. Because when you go to jail, you're doing what somebody else said you're doing. I ain't talking about the motherfucking COs. You're doing what the OG might be saying, hey, homie, we don't do this. Pump your motherfucking brakes. Your enemy be your next door neighbor. You ain't saying nothing but hello and good night to him. Hey, can I get a top Rami from you? I appreciate it because your homie didn't want to send you that motherfucking top Rami.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But now in the motherfucking streets, you want to press on the motherfucker, but you the same motherfucker, the police choking, got their motherfucking feet on my motherfucking throat. You just gonna be standing there with a phone in your motherfucking hand, but it's a pistol in your motherfucking car, and you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing to help me. No. See that? Watch this. A gangster is a man. A man is a man that take care of his family and do what responsibility shit is. A lot of them got this thug shit and this gangster shit misconstrued it. You understand what I'm saying, Punkin? And it ain't cool. They need to learn that it's something better than what the fuck we doing. Gang banging is for kids, man. If you're a grown ass man, 9 out of 10, you trying to raise some kids. Now, if you raising your motherfucking kids and you claiming a motherfucking hood, and that's what you want your child to become, you lesser than a father to me. Because my father sure didn't want me to be a gang member because he wasn't one. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we got to do. You feel me?
Yep. I agree with that. So we can end it with that right there. Let that be the ending and let that sink in.
Yeah. Now I sent you a comment in there, Punk, and I really appreciate that, man. Because I'm really trying to do this thing. My head is triggering on some shit right now. Come to Spectrum, man. I know it ain't for me. How you doing? No, I'm good. I'm on YouTube, brother. I'm good. I'm on YouTube.
But do your thing, man.
I heard you saying, Spectrum, I'm not here for me. But yeah, I came by earlier, actually, to your address. You weren't here earlier.
No, I was at work. Hey, hold on, Pumpkin.
Now go ahead. Hey, I'm for the end up.
Huh?
I said I'm for the end up.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Later.
And we'll end it on that. They say, what do you say here? Nah, G home, some of them not I'll push that 5 and BS. Oh yeah, I know what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, neighborhood real, man, we just talking about some history. We just being respectful. I ain't trying to offend nobody. I'm not trying to have no conspiracy theory. You know, we touched on a few subjects, man, and we swirled and we kicked some shit. And everybody in the chat, man, did their thing. And y'all, you know what I'm saying, converse amongst one another and tap y'all comments in the conversations and add it in, you know what I'm saying, the substance that we needed. So, again, man, salute to the chat, man, for coming in and, you know, doing y'all thing every time, man. I appreciate you so much. So, subscribe, like, share the video, man. Bang that like button, man. I don't never get no likes. Just hit the thumb down or something. Y'all go check that interview out I did on Hot Thoughts TV, man. Y'all go check that out. I can appreciate Pico, man. I like how he put it together, man, and pieced it down like that. You know what I'm saying? Made me feel, I feel pretty good. I was like, damn, look at me, man. I'm over there saying some shit. Damn, I'm kind of impressed. You know what I'm saying? I impressed myself when I'm just talking. But yeah, man, check this out. What'd he say? What we got going on? He said, hold up. What's the question? Hold up. That nigga said, don't say. What's the question, West Side? Let me go back and look. He say, what's the question? Put the question in the comment. He say, what's his question? Oh, okay. He waiting on vibing. He waiting on you to answer the question. Yeah, man. So there it is, man. You know, we could talk about a lot of stuff, man, and go down through there, man. I mean, I got a lot of few subjects I can get on, but this wasn't nothing but a chop session, man. I'm just trying to come back out to COVID and get my little shit together, man. I've been missing out talking to everybody, man, and doing my thing, man. I had to be laid up, man. Shit had me whooped to death, man. And I still ain't taking no vaccine. Fuck that shit. I ain't taking no vaccine. If I got well without that shit, I'm gonna keep on pushing without it. You know what I'm saying? All right, he say, what he say? The one about if it's easy for us to be hit up on the other side. Oh, okay. If you say not the one about if he's easy for us to be hit up by the other side in the violence. Now, I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. West Side. Real shit.
What's up, bro?
Nothing. Chilling. What's up? Let me answer this question. So this is what I'm gonna say. If niggas go put in work, right, and nigga come to your hood and nigga knock one of your homeboys down. So guess what's gonna automatically happen? Whoever y'all got over there that's active, they're gonna want to retaliate. So in the course of that retaliation, say y'all go knock down a civilian, right? We already know on our side of the board y'all came for one of us. So now we're gonna go in return and we fuck around and knock down a civilian. So now y'all didn't knock down a civilian and we didn't knock down a civilian. So now why are we gonna continue to keep advocating violence amongst each other and we just got two dry ass casualties from and killed two civilians? To me, that's senseless, stupid ass violence. So now, right, because I'm older, I feel like that. Because when I was younger, I didn't feel like that. I felt like, fuck it, they just part of the casualty. Should have been out there. And they're going to keep it pushing. But at some point, we had to lose that mentality, that thought process, and say, hey, man, we accidentally went over here and killed somebody that didn't have nothing to do with none of this that was going on. Yeah, they probably was over there near somebody or hanging out with them niggas or whatever, but they didn't act. They wasn't one of the person that came and put in the work. One thing about this, I do know, we don't never really actually go get this. We don't never really get the shooters that came in and did the work. I seen that shit time and time again. I done seen them niggas come through there and put that work down, and everybody know who done it. And then when nigga go back over that hood, nigga not looking for them niggas. Nigga looking for any niggas. So
just trying to get it on.
We just trying to get it in. And we, with that mentality, keeps that cycle of violence going. Instead of we restricting it to, okay, them niggas did that, but I'm not gonna fuck with this homies. I want that nigga. We ain't resting until we get that nigga that killed the homie. Even though that shit not even right, but then that kid that calms the violence down where innocent people don't get killed. If one of your kids got killed, one of my kids got killed in the melee of this shit, we all gonna be super fucked up behind it. And later on in life, when we get older, we'll still be suffering behind that. So yeah, man, I mean, it's not right, it's not wrong. I just know that at the end of the day, bro, I just want to know, like with the youngsters, you know what I'm saying? Just as well, I had to ask myself and others and ask me, like, why was you banging? What we actually banging for? You know what I'm saying? Why I even joined to even start doing this, and then what motivated my hatred for the other set? You know what I'm saying? That sense that we don't get along with. They ain't done nothing to me. I just started banging this hood. So why do I got so much hatred toward them? Why I got so much hatred toward the black man? Period. When I ain't even done nothing to me yet. So you know, yeah, man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And I'm never gonna tell nobody to now stay hood, say you not this, say you not that. No, 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 no. I'ma just tell them, bro. I'ma tell the motherfuckers straight up. I'm saying this straight up. If a nigga active, what you active for?
Right.
What you active for? If a nigga shot you and you ain't winning down that nigga, and you winning down some other niggas from that niggahood, what you active for? Why did you go bust down them niggas and you knowing who the nigga was that did it? That's your target. That's so I don't understand if you active, what you active for? You just acted just to be dry getting some murders? Just to be just saying I shot some niggas? And you not really directing that shit to the motherfuckers that's, you know what I'm saying, wronging you?
Hey, let me drop some Jews on. Let me drop some Jews on you,
Hold on, let me
bro.
say this. I'm not gonna sit on here and say what nothing I did or didn't do or whatever, however. You feel me? But I just want people like, man, don't feel like you letting somebody down if you don't go ride. You because think about this, Westside. Watch this here. I want you to think about this. If you was active, you active. If I was active, bro, and we came out there, or we being active, we doing for our hoods, right? And nigga knock us down. If a nigga knock us down, and we laid up in that casket, I want you to ask yourself, which one of them homies you know for a fact nigga gonna go terrorize for the next 10, 15 years because the nigga knocked you down or knocked me down? Which one of them niggas you know this nigga not gonna be at the wake? This nigga gonna be out here this nigga gonna be over in they hood. Fuck, he don't want to come to the wake. He don't want to tote the casket. He just gonna show up and when they drop you in the ground, he leaving because he fucked up and crying and he finna go do that for the rest of the way till a nigga knock him down. How many homies you think gonna stand solid just like that? Think about that.
To be honest, I only got one.
When you letting the nigga down when you don't go ride forward. Because everybody in everybody hood don't go ride. And them nigga probably fuck with that nigga every day. And now this nigga got chipped off and ain't now nigga went and roll with 2-3 niggas. Think about that. Think about the niggas finna carry your casket when this shit happen and it go wrong for either one of us. Niggas gonna carry our casket. Which one of them niggas is gonna go put that work in and go take care of my kids while I'm gone? Which one of them niggas gonna go, if my mama was still living, which one of them niggas gonna go by my mama house and make sure she's straight? Daily, like I was doing it. That's your answer. Ask yourself that question, come up with your answer, and then you can look at this shit different. We can look at it different. What up, homie?
Yeah. Hey, but what I was gonna say was the other day, right? You know, somebody got chipped around the corner, right around there on Bessie in New York, right? At the store.
Yeah.
At the pink store.
Oh,
anyway, yeah, this happened. I want to say this was either this was Sunday. Me and my little bride, we stopped at the store to get some cigars and shit. So when we go in the store, you just hear the gunshots. And so, but first, before you hear the gunshots, it was a wreck. So, and all this shit, bro, happened behind the brow. But the little nigga that got slumped, all his partners that be hustling at the store, they just standing there. So the little bitch I'm with, I'm like, I'm looking at her, She asked, because she from the South. She asked them niggas, she say, so y'all know who did it. And then y'all just gonna sit here and y'all snotting and crying and farting and pooting at the same time. What y'all niggas waiting on? Is y'all gonna go ride? All y'all niggas Crips, right? Ain't that y'all homeboy? You know what I'm saying? Bro, and all of them just standing there looking at each other, bro. They don't know what to do. You know? And I just jumped in my truck and I dipped, bro. I just shook my head.
It's deep, bro.
Yeah, because like you know what I'm saying? Because like you were saying, bro, I know for shit show, bro. If a nigga chip me right now behind some gang related shit, if a nigga chip me right now, I know for shit show. My brother, I know for shit show he'll be the only one. You know what I'm saying? You know that I know it's gonna continue to ride until he find the nigga that killed me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I know, you know what I'm saying? Me Fort Worth smile, bro.
Yeah. You gonna
know what I'm
find.
saying? Yeah. You know, just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like the little homie son got killed the other day on the southwest side.
Yeah, I heard
I know
about that.
you probably seen it on the news. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
homie
heard
out
about it.
Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The homie out Allen son, you know what I'm saying? He got killed. You know, and like I had told them young niggas when they was standing out in front of the stove, I say, this was like a few, you know what I'm saying, like a few weeks ago. I told them, I say, man, look, y'all niggas, because they was standing out there talking about they finna go to pin-ups, this, that, and the third, or they were finna shoot out to the D, you know, and go to the club. But they were just like, shit, bro, we need this gun, we need that gun. Woo. I say, boy, y'all niggas is killing more y'all than we was in the 90s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all out here just really just knocking each other off just because. And then what y'all not knowing is a motherfucker like myself that did 17 years day for day, you niggas ain't gonna even, you niggas can't even go do 30 days, bro, without getting on the phone crying, talking to mama. Mama, they down here mistreat me, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Me, or nigga, you lose your life and you nigga, you wasn't even in the streets like that, and then your mama standing over your casket or your ain't or whoever raised you. Oh, my baby was just so good, this, that, and the third. But you ain't know your baby was one of the ones spinning these blocks, killing these other youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
You
But you
know?
know, this like that's why I say, man, we had to understand what you're doing it for.
Right.
In order to try to solve the problem or quill the violence down, we have to really go to the source. What are you doing it for? Why are you so motivated to do that? What causing you? What's propelling you emotionally? Because that's emotional, man. It takes, you know what I'm saying, a lot of emotions and a lot of and a lot of thought process to, you know what I'm saying, go over and kill somebody. People say it's easy. Man, that shit ain't easy like that. Nigga got to think about that shit. Nigga got to know, pay attention to what he doing and make sure he
Right.
doing what your objective is. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. This is just how it is because again, I'm gonna go back and say this. It all comes from in the 80s, bro. When they did all that shit and did away and put everybody and got everybody locked up and they changed the momentum of the structure of the house and all of that, and all that shit got fucked up. Is it gonna stay fucked up like that, man? We looking at niggas nowadays, bro. When I was a teenager, being in high school, if a nigga wore some tight ass pants, nigga, that nigga was gay. You feel me? Niggas
Yeah.
is wearing pants that's the material is stretchy, nigga, like yoga pants. Niggas wearing
Okay,
pants, but listen, niggas wearing
but think about
pants
this.
skin tight all the way down to his ankles. Niggas see nigga calf muscles and all of that.
But see, think about the agenda that they putting out there. You know what I'm saying? Me on this tail live vision. You understand me? To our babies. You know, uh, that they got these young bro. You wouldn't, man, bro, in the 80s, bro, 70s and shit like that. When you was doing your best shit, when you was coming up, before you got knocked in the 90s, my nigga, you wasn't seeing no niggas. You understand me? Nigga walking around in LA and nigga walking around in Fort Worth, Texas with no goddamn man purse on,
Nah.
with no tight ass motherfucking clothes on. So it's like this here, bro. Our culture is so watered down, bro, because they really taking the masculine figure away from the household, you know, and this is why you got mothers now saying that, yeah, you know, and which is true, because you know you got mothers playing the mother and the father role, because majority of black men like you and I, just think about it. You did 20 plus, I did 17. So it's like, shit, that was time. I didn't have no kids then, but you did. See what I'm saying? So that was a bunch of time that you missed out on your kids' life. But it's like now, bro, with all the money that the government is taking out of education and putting into the prison system, putting into their military, this, that, and the third, you know, they preparing our children. They taking our children away from the yellow bus, bro, and preparing them, bro,
For
to
the
one day,
blueberry.
bro, possibly, bro, be on that white bus, bro, going, you know what I'm saying, going down the highway, bro,
Yeah.
in the other direction. And see, you know, but this the thing though, and this kind of like it's along the same lines, but it's kind of off topic. But think about this here, bro. When COVID first hit and the government was giving out all that free ass money, I ain't talking about them stimulus. I'm talking about them SBAs, the PPPs, and all that shit, bro. These people, bro, even though they know a bunch of motherfuckers didn't have businesses, but they was trying to see and approve certain people for this type of money just to see what you was gonna do with it, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it was a bunch of youngsters, bro, that ain't never worked a motherfucking job, didn't have no job. I couldn't get the goddamn PPP because they gave it to motherfuckers that didn't own no business. But prime example, my little cousin, you know, this nigga got 32,000, bro, off that shit. You know, and he got 4 kids. But instead of him trying to find him a better vehicle, find him a better place to stay, he want to go buy designer, and because they so, these youngsters, bro, they so caught up, bro. They really, I'm gonna say it like this here, they don't have a rite of passage, bro, because they so caught up on material, and then it's like, my nigga, they killing each other, bro, just because he might have $80,000 in his pocket that he got. They really killing each other behind nothing, bro. And then when it comes to the gang bang lick, bro, like you said yourself, bro. And now I'm really coming to realize it, as far as comparing California to other states that gang bang, bro. Like you say, my nigga, a lot of motherfuckers doing it for a fad, bro. And motherfuckers is still in walking around them California streets, well, Southern California streets, still active, bro. And then you ask the question, why? Why are they still active? You told me yourself one time, bro, when me and you was just chopping it up, bro. Because remember, I kind of asked you the same question, and what you tell me? Shit, cuz that's really all they know.
You grew up, you get born into that shit. That shit 50 years old out there.
Yeah.
I was talking to Melvin Foreman, and I told him, he was like, yeah, man, y'all been gang banging in Texas for 30 years. I asked him, where? Tell me where they been banging gang banging 30 years at in Texas. The niggas been knowing about Crips and Bloods for 30 years, but niggas ain't gang bang nowhere in Texas 30 years straight. Yeah. Like they doing in California, in LA. Man, nigga, anybody know, somebody prove that to me. Cause I bet you, nigga, we truck drivers. So you know what we doing. We going to all kind of cities. We done been all over Texas. So tell me where I can pull up and see some niggas out here gang banging like that.
Right.
They don't do it in Fort Worth. They don't do it in Dallas. I ain't saying niggas don't claim Crip and Blood, but nobody living no gang culture in these cities.
Nah, and one thing about it, bro, I ain't down playing Fort Worth, bro, because nigga born and raised here. But the thing about it is, my nigga, now niggas ain't been out here banging no 50 plus years straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can look up now, and I got partners, you know what I'm saying, that's Bloods. You know what I'm saying, and I can go to Stop 6, I can go to, you know what I'm saying,
that ain't what I'm saying, though.
I'm saying what he was saying. But what I'm saying is, you ain't gonna see that in California.
No, yeah, you will see that in California.
But just post it up like that, niggas just post. You know what I'm saying? Just put it up.
Niggas, you got older niggas that do that. Young niggas not doing that. That's what I'm saying.
That's what we own, these young niggas. That's basically what I'm saying. I ain't talking about niggas our age.
Okay, but look, I'm saying niggas do not gangbang like in LA.
Right.
They not, you can't pull up and some niggas talking about, nah, big homie, why you say you might not want to chill right here. Them niggas been riding through her.
Right.
These niggas is saying, I'm a Crip, I'm a Blood, I'm in this clique, I'm in that clique, and I get mad at you and shoot you behind a bitch. I get mad at you because you robbed me or you looked at me crazy. That's not gang banging. I'm talking about niggas is just strictly banging for the hood, period. Niggas not doing that down here. Now, again, I'm not saying niggas don't claim sets down here. I'm not saying niggas not represent down here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying niggas is not living a gang culture down here. They're not for 30 years straight. This is a fact, right? You for Fort Worth, known for Fort Worth. And you know I'm not lying. I'm not telling a lie. Niggas bang, I say 93, but we're gonna say 92. From 92 to 94, I was in the county. Why the fuck did them niggas have a peace treaty in 94? It's on YouTube. You could go look on YouTube and see when they call a gang truce.
Yeah, I seen what color, you know what I'm saying, when my cousin them was out there.
Okay, but look, these niggas didn't even bang 5 years yet.
The majority of them niggas that was on that video, all them niggas went and did shit.
Did some time.
15 years of murder. Yeah.
Exactly. Not all of them, but some of them they did. A couple of them niggas did under 5 years.
Except Bulu. Bulu the only one that didn't go do no long ass time.
Carlos didn't either.
Oh, Los did a quarter. I mean, Los did 20.
No, he didn't. He got out. He got out and came back.
Oh.
He had a 5-year sentence when I ran into him, and he was on holiday, and he got out, and he came back.
Oh, then he did.
But look, that's irrelevant. I'm just talking about from 92 to 94, summer of 94, y'all calling the gang truce. Okay, Crips and Blood started in LA in the 70s. When did they first call a gang truce? 19, goddamn me, when the riots happened, 92.
Yeah, 92.
Nigga, that's 20-something years later. These niggas did it for 2 years, less than 2 years, and said, fuck this shit, we throwing in the towel right quick. Hold up. This shit out of control. Why? This what y'all asked for? This what y'all wanted to be a part of? Ain't no motherfucking chilling out now, nigga. No, it's up, we own it. Now, niggas did it. Niggas went back, crunk it back up. And then when it got real hectic, and niggas just started so much killing, and people started complaining, and niggas didn't want to be out here no more like that, nigga bagged up. And so you got 6 years worth of gang banging in total, and the other motherfucker, it been on a hiatus. It been on a vacation. So how do a nigga in Texas, even any other cities, niggas cannot say they consistently bang for 30 years straight? That's what I told Melvin Farmer. That's a lie. Don't believe that. If a nigga say that, he lying. You can say you've been claiming your set for 30 years, but you ain't active. Y'all, there is no active gang banging culture in Texas, nowhere. Where they done that 30 years straight.
Yeah, but I don't even that. But then that's the thing. I don't even see why a lot of motherfuckers even try to, like, because you have people that do that, can try to compare other states to where everything originated from, bro. It don't, nah. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, you know, they did it like
that comment right there?
What's that?
Look at that comment.
I can't, bro. I'm driving. What did it say?
He say, how did he asked, the West Side asked him, how did all the Crips get along, but Percy lost so many homies? Them stop 6 niggas was that much pressure? Them stop 6 niggas were putting pressure down, nigga. Shit. It wasn't just, but see, this one for to show you, West Side, in Fort Worth.
But it wasn't just
5 deuces split in half. It's 5
Hoover land and Ag land.
Hoover land, and then you got 5 deuce Hoover, they ag land, and them niggas beef with each other. So there goes some of the killings right there. You know what I'm saying? Amongst some of the 4 trait killers and the 60 killers and the grapes and all that. You know what
We
I'm
ain't
saying?
killed, but that's one thing about it, shit. For trades, you know what I'm saying? Me shit, we wasn't knocking each other out.
Nah. Nigga say, why I don't understand he's claiming to be with the murder work business, but he lost a board full of homies. Something isn't adding up. Yeah, it ain't adding up because he wasn't active.
Man, listen, bro. I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this.
Person.
You know, I'm gonna say this, bro. In that instance, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, same year they called the truce, bro. Was the year that I got put on in '94. But it's the thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been running with the homie since '92 when the nigga was a real young nigga. But it's the thing. That nigga way older than me. You know what I'm saying? He way older than me. And I didn't get locked up and go to prison until '98. I don't remember cuz being in the streets banging like that. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Now, and I asked my brother that's from Eastwood. Did he, you know what I'm saying, what's cuz out there like that? He say, man, and my brother was really out there in Eastwood, but he was just like, shit. Only thing I've known cuz to always be about, bro, is working out. He say, when we were little niggas, we used to go work out in cuz front yard, lift weights. That was it. But as far as him riding down, putting niggas on the set, smashing niggas and shooting, killing nigga ain't, And then not only that, bro, but if a nigga was just putting in all that work like that, bro, all that time me and you did in the penitentiary, nigga, that shit would have came. That shit would have came through it would have came through the system. I'm just being a buck, and I fight hard in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I shoot too. So whatever nigga wanted, if a nigga don't like what I got to say, then I stay on Broadway. I stay on Broadway in Hooverland. So just if you gonna pull up on me, just know, just have your mind made up.
We don't do all that over here, nigga. We don't do all that senseless violence. Look, fuck that nigga. That nigga's a buster, and that's just what that is. And we ain't entertaining that shit. Look, this my thing is niggas is not actively doing shit. So I just trying to say that niggas trying to put shit in perspective of how it's supposed to be done, and not sit up here and put this false narrative down like niggas been stomping down to this shit forever, and they haven't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas can walk around each other and do all this other shit, because it ain't in a nigga. Niggas wasn't born into this shit. Even our kids wasn't even born into it, because the shit had died down and they had locked everybody up. So this, you know what I'm saying? It's a different. So if I can go to Mecca, you know what I'm saying, and walk and do the pilgrimage and walk the Kaaba, I'm supposed to go.
No, for real.
Niggas say you're a crip or a blood. I don't give a fuck what city, what state you in. If you don't live in California, you need to be going to LA, nigga, and pay and go get the truth.
Hold on, cuz.
And that's a fact, West Side, and that is a fact. How you push that line. I can speak on him, Demetrius. I know that. He said, well, I need to keep the set. That's facts, West Side, but they don't do that. And that's what I'm expounding on. People they get these sets and then they out of state and they don't rep them. They don't stick to the foundations or the fundamentals of why these sets were created, what they represent, and how they represent it. And what, you know what I'm saying, the bylaws, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you want to say, how you want to DP niggas, how put niggas get quoted on, all that shit. Niggas don't do that. Niggas try to put their twist on it from their town so they don't have to inherit to the rules. But that's just the rule of structure of anything. If I'm a king and I conquer land and the king that had the land, I'm going to change the rules of the land. And the rules going to apply to all the people that's up under me, and they don't apply to me. So I can't get DP'd. I'm the king. Nigga, I made the rules. So this shit don't apply to me. That's what motherfuckers is doing when they do that shit from out of state. They take it and twist it to fit them in Dave's section so they don't have to inherit to the code. Because the code set up, it's too stiff. The way the shit is set up, the way y'all living it in LA, it's too stiff. Niggas can't live that shit day in and day out. You got to be born into that type of shit. You can't just pick that type of shit up and start doing it. You have to, it has to be cultivated. It take time. That shit, you know what I'm saying, be bred in a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's ingraining. Niggas ingraining that shit. You know what I'm saying? The beef from Hoover, the beef from Main Street, the beef from Neighborhood, the beef from Grape. You know what I'm saying? Beef from 60s. You know what I'm saying? East Coast, Main Street, Broadway, all that, Back Street. You know what I'm saying? Little Hat White Gang, all this shit, man, whatever a nigga claiming. Any blood said, the Bounties, the Peblos, whatever, Bishop, VNG, man, whatever, I have all that shit. Nigga have to get that shit ingrained in them. You just don't pick that shit up and just start fucking around. Nigga just can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he said they flip it, but they still. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Nigga don't want that pressure all the way. So niggas ain't gonna do that.
What's that? What I missed?
He said, I don't like the fact he said in prison he made religious dudes drop their flag, but their smokers preaching every Sunday. Exactly. Okay, so look, the answer to that, Demetrius, you right. Some dudes can, so I'm gonna say this because I can clarify that. Some dudes came down here, everybody know this. Anybody on this in the chat from LA, you know I'm not finna be lying about this. You got niggas that grew up in the hood, they claim the hood. You got niggas that's actually from the set, and you got niggas that bang the set. So these niggas that claim the hood, they just claiming the hood. They not really just on the set like that. These niggas got a whole bunch of knowledge of the hood. So you think if they came to Fort Worth, Texas, and say, yeah, man, I grew up in Fire Deuce, nigga, I'm Fire Deuce Hoover. But you knew you couldn't do that in LA. You know you can't go out there and tell them niggas that, because they know nigga gotta go back here and get coded on then. What's up? We're gonna put you on. You don't want that pressure. You don't want to be out here with all that activity. But down here, you know these niggas don't know none of this. So yeah, I show niggas how to put Fire Deuce up. I can tell the niggas some history. I know a bunch of big homies and little homies and this and that. I can tell the whole story. But I'm not an actual member. I just claim the hood. I lived in it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm pushing this propaganda, and there I go. Bro, you got dudes down here claiming 2 sets like his one. I done met a nigga tell me he from 60 Great. Got that shit tatted on him. He's 60 Great. Nigga, that's 2 sets. And they don't even get along. You feel me? So it's not, them niggas ain't picking it up. They're picking it up out the blue. Yeah, it's real niggas coming down here and they trying to court these niggas in with the information and how they supposed to do it. But guess what? That's too much. Nah, I can't fuck with it that way. So when this nigga leave, we gonna do it our way. You know what I'm saying? When this nigga, them niggas glad that nigga got locked up because this nigga was out here banging. And them niggas wasn't ready for the type of banging he doing. They want the mild, my nigga. Nigga, I don't like hot sauce on my motherfucking chicken. Nigga, I want mayonnaise. I want that shit to be mild and cool. Ranch. I need ranch on my shit. Now niggas supposed to be hot sauce on this goddamn chicken so we can be flamed up. We gonna be had this shit up in the air, nigga. It's gonna be hot all the time. Nigga like, nah, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as you leave, nigga, we ain't cooking it that way no more. That's how these niggas is playing it. You know what I'm saying? So then you get out here, you get further out. When niggas was talking about fuck me and Crips and Bloods, now later on 10, 20 years later, these niggas is Crips and Bloods. Now they picked it up. Nigga, you niggas is late. You know what I'm saying? Now you niggas picking the Crip and Blood up in 2000. Nigga, you niggas is late. You know what I'm saying? And then try to act like y'all matched up with the niggas in California. Come on, man, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas reading books and making sets. You know what I'm saying? Niggas reading books and making sets. Niggas is admitting that they looking at colors and boys in the hood and making sets. And being Crips and Bloods. Yeah, nigga. So no. Niggas, you had niggas like me. I knew what to do. I knew what to tell a nigga. I ain't courted nobody in. I had niggas that was around me I grew up with You get them niggas, they'll tell you that nigga, I fucks with that 111. But I ain't gonna say I didn't give them no knowledge. I did. Did I let them claim it? I did. But did I court them on? No, I didn't, because it's not my hood to give away. It's not my set to just make decisions on. Even though the homies say, okay, nigga, you go down there and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Start to set and all that. I don't want to do that, because guess what? You didn't get the chance to breathe it, live it, and walk it like I did. You got to go to LA, nigga. See, that's what's going to make you original. That's what's going to make you authentic. Because guess what? The only roll call that matters is the motherfucking roll call out there, not in your city. Not if you claim this set. You got to be on that roll call. That make you legit, no matter what state you in. You know what I'm saying? So when the set went out other states, them niggas in other states is on the roll call in LA though. Because they paid homage. They stuck to the script. They did it the right, proper way. So when niggas don't do that and they say, no, that ain't what we doing, then it get fucked up. The niggas had to, but listen what I'm finna tell you. You said they dropped the ball when it came to the history, homie, so niggas had to fill in the gaps. No, them niggas didn't have to fill in the gaps. All them niggas had to do was get in their vehicle and go to LA and get the info. Niggas refuse to do. That's my point. Nigga, the Bible, Mecca is in LA. Nigga, go pay homage and go talk to the gods. Nigga, let me say it that way. Go talk to the niggas that actually started the set. Some of these niggas is still alive. Some of these niggas still alive. So go talk to them. And then you got the knowledge. There's no reason for nobody outside of California not to have proper knowledge of a set that they claiming, and them niggas is still alive. Ain't no excuse. No excuse. Oh, we already know that nigga ain't gonna survive no main line. Not even in the county, nigga. Nigga gonna sock that nigga out right dog 9,500. You know what I'm saying? Nigga always says gonna come get that nigga ass. But look, I'm gonna end it like that, man. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We can talk gang history another time. On the next live. On the next live, we'll talk gang history. But this one right here, I'm finna end up because I got hungry again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Man, appreciate everybody tapping in. I promise y'all, Westside Demetrius, we're gonna get back on that subject on the next live. I'm gonna have some more. We're gonna get some more people to tap in, man. We're gonna get on that one. Because we're gonna get some people from Texas, we're gonna get some people from LA, and we're gonna put that in perspective because, man, people don't want to tell the truth, man. Fuck that. I'm gonna tell the truth. It ain't gonna hurt a nigga to tell the truth. This shit not what motherfuckers be trying to portray it to be. These niggas ain't doing, niggas wasn't stumped. Niggas was real about they crippin'. Niggas was real about being bloods down here. But the niggas wasn't living no gang culture lifestyle. The niggas not doing that. They not. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the tattoos, the flags, all that shit. That ain't enough, nigga. It ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? The prison time, put the work in. It ain't enough. We should have these same problems going on in every city, like Chicago. Them niggas still live in a gang culture. That's why they got a problem. That's why they youth got a problem. Because them niggas still live in that gang culture from the shit that them niggas created way back in the 60s and 70s. Them niggas still living that shit. We ain't doing that down here. Our cities ain't out of control like that down here with them youngsters living that shit. I'm just saying, man, that's a whole nother topic. But, man, I appreciate everybody riding in, man. Again, man, appreciate everybody tapping in, concerned about my health and shit, man. I'm at 90%. I'm trying to get back to 100. I ain't coughing, I ain't wheezing, I ain't fucked up. I'm up and about, man. So, yeah, everybody, man, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, man. Share the video, you know what I'm saying? And let's have that discussion, man. Tap back in. We're going to get back up in there. That nigga say, damn, they don't bang both vibe and just holding hands and kick in with moves in their city. Boy, you're a fool. I know it, huh? Hey, man, salute to the chat. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. You know what I'm saying? And, man, it's going to, neighborhood real, man. Get real, boy. We're going to get on now. We're going to talk about some shit. It's going to get real. It'll turn into real life. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to advocate no violence. But with that being said, man, y'all have a peaceful night. And, man, yeah, tap in, man. We're going to get at it again. The next conversation, The next live dedicated to West Side and vibing. And Demetrius, we're gonna get in there, man. We're gonna talk about this history. We're gonna talk about where the ball got dropped, and we can call some people out. And I'm gonna let y'all ride on Percy if y'all want to. And shit, we even try to get him on her, get his ass toe up. We'll let y'all just ride down on him like the Dudley Boys, take his ass off the top rope. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can line that up. How about that? So yeah, man, salute, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Again, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share the video, man. Neighborhood real, man. It's been real again.